Hi. Ew. Hi. Yes, sorry. I meant to have the broadcast go up schedule at 5:30 instead of 5:05. That's my bad. We just started right now. Do you want me to try and Jackie, I know we have a deck for you. Is it if I go straight into it? Do you have time? You just got off work. So I have a second. Do I have a second to chat with everybody, or I don't know if you have something to do. No, you got to do groceries. All right. I'll hold off for a little bit if you end up being able to come in towards the end. Fair. We'll be doing this for several hours, so don't worry. And if you're not able to attend, I can or to be here while I'm talking through your deck, it's totally fine. I can be entertaining, I guess. It's only, my main task here is entertaining you all. How have you all been doing? I am sorry that we are short a video last week. Slay the Spire 2 came out. That's my excuse. I think it's a good excuse. What do y'all think? Slay the Spire. I think Slay the Spire 2 came out as a good excuse. Um, who's been playing the best game? I'm in Ascension 1 on all my characters, and then I started grinding out Regent up to Ascension 7, and then I had to get back on top of my life and doing stuff. How have we all been doing lately? All good? I do not know what the stream delay is. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, type 1 so I can get a stream delay roughly. Hello? Are we there? Rutro, Raggy. That's not a good sign. Oh my goodness, that is a delay. Okay. That's How do I try and maybe fix that? Woof woof. Is there anything I can do in OBS to deal with that? Is that is quite the delay we've got going there. Oh my goodness. Let me Yeah, that is quite the delay that we had going there. I think it's on the YouTube side. I can go through OBS when I'm initially setting it. Why? Why is YouTube being stupid? But I believe it's on the YouTube side. So let me get this all opened up and see if I can make that less bad. I was like, why is no one responding? Yeah, that's it's bad. It's real bad. So let me make sure that we've got our is this where I can edit it? Enable auto start. How do I enable lower late? It's supposed to be low latency. It's set to the lowest latency. I have no idea how to fix this. All right. Well, hopefully that fixes itself as the stream goes on. I have no idea because that's pretty bad. How do I don't even know how to fix that, because it's supposed to be I've got it on the lowest latency, that's what it says to do. That's all I know how to do. Ah, disable auto stop, auto start. I don't know what those are. I know what nothing is. Addition is lower than YouTube seems to think everything's all good. But also YouTube is when I click on anything completely erroring out. So that's a great sign. Well, we're all gonna bear with me here. But yeah, has anyone here played Slay the Spire? Because that's what I've been playing. So it's I know most people I haven't been able to do the beta patch. I know people flipped their shit when they changed a bunch of stuff. But I've been liking the Regent a lot, which I am aware a lot of people don't. I have not tried any infinites. I don't play these games to do like infinites. Just not my shtick. Not what I try to do. I'm here to like try and test my ability to card evaluate. And on that respect, I love this new game. I think it does a good job. I think it's much better at just having like an even level of difficulty the whole time, instead of like it really felt like in Slay the Spire 1, the Act 3 bosses were like a really big difficulty spike. And um then there were just a few elites that always stood out as like massively more powerful than the other ones. There's like, please, 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 can I not see this one? To be fair, the stone statue in the first working towards A10. I'm working towards A10 on Regent, but it takes forever to grind out all of the characters. So I've Regent I've got to A7, and then all the other characters I'm just on A2 right now. For anyone who doesn't know, Slay the Spire is just like a deck builder roguelike. And it's top tier. I've loved Slay the Spire since the first one came out. When it was first person data. Hi. We're talking about Slay the Spire because that's what swallowed me. I wanted time to be able to absorb Slay the Spire 2 and play it a bit and flex on my friends that I played the last game for more time than all of them. You gotta get it. It's so much fun. It is, I will admit, a very hard game. But it is super duper duper fun. I would recommend it above anything else. Right now. So I'm also like a Balatro person, and listen, I love Magic the Gathering so much. And you can kind of tell it in all of the other games that I play, just how much I love Magic the Gathering. Because I find that every game that I'm into, anytime I talk to another Magic player, they're like, "Oh my god!" Or just like anytime I watch a streamer for any game that I'm into, they are also into Magic the Gathering. it's that covalence kind of thing, you know. But yeah, that's my opinion so far of Slay the Spire. To get back to Slay the Spire 2, is I have not heard of those games. Pokey. I needed to play more like weird indie stuff. I love the new animations too. The new animations are awesome. It's smooth, it's fluid, but like we knew that was gonna. I'm here for the game balance side of things. I want to see how the game is like very slightly different. I like that the Act 3 ancient a lot of the time can like force you to play the game differently. Specifically, I like the Act 3 ancients that are like, here's a really really powerful ability, but you have to take new cards in Act 3, which you like never want to do. To keep everyone in line for those who have not played. So like the game is organized into 3 different acts, and each act has a different boss. And then Act 3 is the last act. So there's 1, 2, 3, you know, like a story. You've all watched movies before and maybe know about them. So the act in the past, by the time you get to Act 3, your deck's kind of done. Like you might need a few little, or like the last oomph for your deck, but for the most part, you've like established what you're doing. You're mostly skipping a lot of cards. So it's really interesting for them to incentivize you taking cards later in the game, because it makes it so your deck is changing the whole time, instead of the last act just being like pure execution. Which, to be fair, they did a good job in the last game, especially with like the ways that the Act 3 bosses demanded from you to vary that execution. But yeah. Oh yes, I remember. I love Monster Train 2, to be fair. I played a little bit, but these games take so much time. Oh, but they're so good. I watched Jorb's like breakdown of the new Doormaker, and I am inclined to agree that it is interesting. I haven't gotten to play the beta patch yet. I've just been playing on the normal patch for now. I haven't gotten to play against new Doormaker. In my mind, it sounds like almost a less punishing um what was his name? Timekeeper or whatever from the last game. So Timekeeper's big thing that like really made it beatable is that Timekeeper, like as an enemy, did not put a ton of pressure on you. Like kind of sucked at like actually killing you, which the Doormaker's numbers look a lot bigger. So maybe it's more difficult, but like that's my headcanon. Like that's my mental trace is that this is, you know, this feels very similar, or not Timekeeper, Time Eater. Yeah, Time Eater. Yeah. I got there in the horrible streamlay that we have. I eventually got there. But yeah, I love the Time Eater and its associated bullshit. But for now, we can look at what is the not leak. I don't know which of the charms are leaks and which ones are officially published, but we can look a little bit at I just wanted to look at a bit of the secrets of Strixhaven stuff. Specifically, I love these new charms. I think charms a lot of the time you'll have like one good one, which really is carried by having like one good setting and like one fine setting and then like one I'm never going to use this setting. I think they've done a really good job, even these two charms, of like properly triangulating that each of these effects feels like one and a colored mana worth of effect. So they're kind of using the fact that being two colored makes them kind of like the transition from one color generic mana to one colored mana is vaguely valued at like half a mana, air quotes half a mana. So the half a mana, they've done a good job, and you always want all of your settings on your charm to be slightly overcosted, but usually it's overcosted by like a whole mana pip, and that's too much. So they've done a good job that these are all more or less on rate for 2 mana, some better than others, really getting carried by the instant speed on these, but they're all 2 mana rate, so like slotting into your deck, they don't feel terrible. But this isn't an overrate card because you do have to be in 2 colors. You have to make both of these colors, which is like important. Yeah, I haven't gotten to play against Door Eater to like suss out his. We're gonna keep trading back and forward because time delays are awesome when you're having a conversation with someone. Yeah, the new Doormaker does seem like it's a lot of damage. That does seem to be the note. Is that is but just give you a setup turn, which is nice. Like just a like nothing's happening, get your shit together turn, which feels super useful. I'd have to play against it. I haven't gotten to play against it much. I was also not doing a lot of the infinite stuff. I have a very methodical style of play, which I think will go well into the. It would probably match up well into the Doormaker if if I played less. I played methodically yet impulsively, if that makes any sense. Where like I'm always planning many turns ahead in my head of how I play, but I sometimes should think about individual cards a little bit too much. The co-op is very different. I will say the co-op super different because in my experience, and even playing the single player, this is held from Slay the Spire 1, which is that if you have enough damage to rush down the enemies, your defense can be fine. Like you can't have no defense. You still have to have defense. Your defense can be totally fine as long as you're killing the enemies in a timely manner. But in co-op, it just does not feel like that is as much of an option. I just can't. Maybe it's just that the person I was playing with had like a more defensive playstyle and I had a more aggressive playstyle, and it just ended up with me towards the late game just not having enough reach. But it felt very different. Like the big HP pools makes it so stuff like Thorns isn't as good. I was doing the black hole because I was playing the regen, and that wasn't as good. And dagger sprays are not as good because like all of these like littler bits of chip damage just felt less consequential in the co-op because how they do the co-op is they like triple the HP totals, which is like a fair way because you can scale off each other and you guys can use each other, but it's the same amount of damage. But yeah, I found that if I'm gonna play any more co-op, which I'm down to do, I'm gonna need to like pivot how I play Slay the Spire. It's gonna be very different. I like we have our I hope everyone's having fun with the Hoopu talks about Slay the Spire while staring at Magic the Gathering cards stream. Yeah, I bet the co-op cards all change the stream. Let's talk about Magic in our Magic the Gathering stream though. I'm having a ton of fun, but we're gonna talk about some Magic the Gathering. I'd like to know what other people's opinions on these charms are. I think there's a couple more, but I don't know these. Is there? I trust Scryfall to be official spoiled cards. I know there have been leaks, but I've been told by other content creators it is bad practice to talk about leaks for reasons that make sense. So like if you get reached out to, a lot of people like getting reached out to spoil a card is like a big moment for them. So when their card gets leaked, that moment gets taken from them, which is not something I thought about before being a content creator at all, but does make sense. So with my limited I don't think anyone's a bad person for like discussing leaks or whatever, but I'm not going to discuss leaks out of politeness to them because I think that I would rather I be treated that way. Treat others, do unto others as you'd like others to do unto you, all that jazz. I with that in mind, what are people thinking of these charms? I think this might be my favorite cycle of charms so far. They are a little formulaic though. So we've got two of them here, and they all kind of follow this formula of like one removal option, one damage option, and then one kind of on flavor card advantage thing. So like these two are both like, this is exile power 2 or less, which is like pretty decent for 2 mana. Not awesome for 2 mana. These are I will say these are very much constructed cards. So maybe talking about them in the context, maybe I should contextualize that I'm not talking about these in the context of Commander. These are obviously not powerful enough in Commander, which charms rarely are. But I think in the context of 60 card, I think they're pretty solid. We'd also talk about the other cards that they spoiled like a while ago. I think they're fun. Right here, we can. I just don't know if the others are officially spoiled. I think they're all officially spoiled, but I don't know. The Lorehold, I really like the Lorehold one. I like the instant speed trample. It feels really nice. The instant speed reanimation feels really nice. I will say sack non-token artifact, little lackluster, but it's each opponent. I don't know, right? Like obviously in 60 card, that's not gonna matter. I don't know what artifact's super important right now, but this is the kind of card that would be like this. Can we appreciate this card was supposed to be legal with Corey Steelcutter? You were supposed to be allowed to play this and Cosmogrand Zenith together. Here, duplicate. Cosmogrand. You're supposed to be able to play this and Corey Steelcutter together. Like in the minds of Watsi who was designing these sets, those 3 cards were legal at the same time. That's crazy. You cannot tell me that was thought that was gonna be balanced. That it boggle. I try my best not to think about the cards that are technically supposed to be legal right now without bannings. For those of this is Cosmogrand Zenith, which is also a really powerful card. This card is already good in standard. And then Corey Steelcutter. This card is banned in standard. But these 3 were all supposed to be legal at the same time. And this one alone was strong enough to get banned. It didn't even need the other 2 before it already got banned. And then we have the main one for me that fucks me up is that this card is still supposed to be legal in standard right now. This is not rotated. This is legal. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Actually, no, because they don't. It depends when they make the choice internally that they're just gonna eventually ban up the beanstalk. But like the Lorwyn Elementals were definitely designed when they thought this card was going to be in the format. And they just did. I give a lot of grace for things that other people are harsher on, like 7 sets a year. Like it's not actually that new. 7 sets a year is like a thing they've been doing for a long time now. It's just they haven't all been standard legal. But like 3-year standard does seem to be something they are struggle bussing with. And I think they've just been coping by making sets able to break through the noise. And that's, I think it's we've been having power creep before that, but like I don't know. Specifically the power creep in the lower mana values has felt pretty crazy recently. Like Quantum Riddler. Quantum, like, as a 5-drop, this is a normal 5-drop. This is a totally fine 5-drop. But like as a 2-drop, this is a busted ass 2-drop. Like, this is a really crazy 2-mana spell. And a lot of the problems we've seen out of the constructed formats recently has been like these low cost cards. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm yapping about all these new cards. Does anyone here? Let me blast off. We do seem stable though. It seems everything's good now. So I'm gonna. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Oh, this. Let me post stuff on socials. What I felt. He was a spark. Alright, I can see. Let me be able to see chat again. They give us Fountain Port Bell. So true, Lily. So true, Lilith. Fountain Port. How could they give us such a powerful card? Fountain Port Bell. Not Fountain Port. This card sucks. It's terrible. I actually loved playing this in Standard. This shit was sick in Standard. I played the Mono White Tokens deck with Caretaker's Talent. Oh, that deck was fun. I played that at the Spotlight Series Atlanta. Oh my god, a year. Not this last January prior. It's been a whole year. Dude, time shoots past as I get older. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of fucking wild how much, I don't know. It feels like it was yesterday and it was years ago now. That's just crazy. Charging myself home. Down the windows. All right. Let us start looking into some decks today. For those of us who have not been here before, this is usually a Patreon deck review stream. I just wanted to give some. I missed video. I took a break. I didn't miss. I did say that I was not going to be here, but I took a break from last week's video, and I wanted to give some updates on what was going on there, and mostly just needed to like a second to get my head around my existence. And now we should be good. We should be all good. I am already planning out this next video, and I think it's going to be loads of fun. I hope everybody appreciates it. It's going to. I am going to be addressing the idea that all of my decks are worth a $1 million, and talk about that. Which means that I'm gonna make the 800th video about it. Please, for the love of God, just proxy your cards. If you're sensitive to the price of Magic cards, just proxy your cards. For the love of God. But we're gonna try and make some points about like what you can do to mitigate if you do play on a budget. Like you can mitigate power and price are correlated much more loosely than people give it credit for. And that's the I like to joke that my Ruhan deck is my $2,000 deck built to lose the precons. And so we're going to talk about kind of doing that and how all of that goes. I'm excited for that. But with all of those updates out of the way, let us try and get into the decks we have. Malzor, you seem to be the only person who is immediately available and also seem to already be here. So are we good to just jump straight into your deck? Just copying things over. Give me 1 second. Being able to hit buttons is hard. Clicking buttons is hard and fun. But yeah, are we good, Malzor? This deck good? We good to go? Dude, the stream delay is bad. Oh my goodness. I am trying my best here, but like, woof. We are still not through. Oh, this is like 30 seconds. This is crazy. Oh, well, also just, I'm monitoring with my phone, and also my phone is just 30 seconds behind because I'm stupid. And are we good, Malzor, on doing your deck review first here? Because we've been talking for like 20 minutes. I can keep shooting the shit if you want, aren't ready already. Yeah, we have the other people ready to go. Oh, yay, my thing has broke. There we go. I am now noticing that you've been responding, and everything's melting. It's all melting, and I don't know why. My Wi-Fi's okay. My PC's okay. Knock on wood. Everything should be fine. But my delay is huge, and everything's bugging out. I'm trying my best, guys. It's all falling apart. All right. Let's copy over the deck, and then I will read through our little primer. Duplicate, include card tags. All right, and let's give you... I'm doing fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's give you guys all the deck. Also, if you want to get your deck reviewed today for like 7 people who are here who probably already know this, but I'll tell you. If you subscribe, we had some people drop through, so I actually have room for 2 people subscribing today to be able to, if you subscribe to the $10 tier on the Patreon and you enter in, there should be a form to fill out for today's stream. The first 2 people who do that are all good, and you will be added to the queue, and we'll deal with you today. We'll deal with you. We will review your deck. I will fix it. I'll make everything better. You'll deal with it. How dare you pay me money for amorphous advice? I think it's good advice. So far, I think I've done a decent... I'm at least 50-50, I think, for making these decks better. I think I do a half-decent job making the decks at least okay. To be fair, we have yet to send in a deck that is truly a travesty. Like, we're still, like, decks are still, everyone sent in are still, like, close to the line as, like, this more or less functions. I haven't been sent... I'm sure that this is inviting the challenge of sending me a pile of bulk that is not just, hey, look, I have I'm gonna cascade to my shared fits. But, like, just, like, an earnest attempt that is just, like, me scratching my head. Please try to figure this out. Heck yeah, I'm glad that I was really happy about that one. That was my first... I'm glad that I could successfully keep your deck fun while tuning down its power. I know that's a thing that I talk about a lot. So that I know I uniquely talk about a lot. So it was good to show that I'm not just all talk. I can because it is a hard process. Of all of the different changes I've made to decks over time, powering them down is the most likely one to break it. Powering it up usually... I've had a couple decks where I try to power it up and it also just hard bricks the deck. So that's not exclusively for powering down. All right, let's get us into deck list. Let's get our primer read. I cannot look at chat and look at the primer at the same time, so you guys behave yourselves while I'm not looking. All right. The deck, so this is Malzor's Ephara deck. I love Ephara. This is an original Theros god. This is a classic commander. It is a bracket 2 deck. The deck is built around using Ephara plus a creature with flash to draw as many cards and build up the board. There are some things that generate tokens every turn to maximize her draw as well. I really like the cards like Portal Mage that mess with combat. All right, so like unexpected sign turn and like wrong turn and all that kind of jazz. Got it. The deck really struggles to close out the game. It's great at drawing cards and answering threats, but it can't keep up with resilient graveyard decks or heavy green ramp. Otherwise, I'd like to find a way to end the game in a timely manner. You have run into why my Council of 4 deck is now bracket 4, because I just accepted its fate and made it combo deck and made it horrible. No, but we'll find a way to close the game. Also, hey, Crouton. I don't know if you're in here right now, but we have our first person to have been added as a patron and add their deck to the queue. We will get to you when probably in a couple hours. I will try my best to burn through this. But thank you for subscribing to the Patreon and submitting your deck. I can't wait to see what you've submitted. But first, Ephara. All right, so let's take a quick look at Ephara. Let's see. Do we have fun tags? We do have fun tags. 10 draw. It's so little. I mean, Ephara's in the command, so like not little, but like, that's good. I'm already eyeing you on the. Are these ways to capitalize on draw? No, these are ways to capitalize on draw and ways to draw cards in the same category. Oh, I see what's happening. You're saying that your things that make creatures every turn are also draw, on top of. Okay, but this doesn't make creatures without us already making creatures, and it will continue. I guess it draws on the next upkeep. Okay, all right. I'm seeing the vision. I'm understanding. I do think this number is a little small though. So we have some console. We love Fairy Mastermind. This is yep. We are digging because Shortcut makes a 1/1. Okay, we're still in the realm of things that are in our things. First creature spell has flash. Non-token creatures entering during combat draw a card. That's new. I haven't seen that. Interesting. Okay, I'm down. I love Illustrious Wanderglyph. I'm a big fan of just like running this card in a bunch of different stuff. This is one of my like go-to. Like hi Smarted. Thank you so much for subscribing. And we will get I love Illustrious Wanderglyph. It's just like a card I toss into decks. It's just like I need ways. I just want a threat. This is a threat. It will end the game eventually, pretty quickly actually. This generates a pretty hefty board state really fast. And then Watcher in the Water. I'm suspect on Watcher, but I get the idea is that it time delays because you get the draw on the upkeep, and then on the upkeep we'll make the tokens, then on the next upkeep you'll make the tokens, so the next upkeep. Like I get it. I don't hate, but I don't love. This I will say that this we'll get back to this. Finishers. Yeah, only having 2 finishers will make the game real slow. I would argue this is kind of a finisher too. But yeah, if this is all the finishers we have, I can imagine that the game has taken a while. Flash. I like how Flash is 3 cards that enable Flash, and then a card that happens to have Flash. Like, it's a good card. These are all good cards. I'm down with all of these, but it's just Flash Enabler, Flash Enabler, Flash Enabler. I mean, he has it. Can't doubt that. Pretty real. Kind of a mess. This one's one of the first decks I made. Okay. Is that why we got a big tag that's just new? New cards. But yeah. Oh my god. Protection. Okay. Why are we so scared? What are we scared of? Who is mean to you? Oh my god. Okay. So someone was very mean to us in the past, and we really are trying to fuck with combat as a consequence of the fact that someone was very mean to us at one point. 15. This isn't even hard removal. This is just like this is hard removal. The rest of this is just like, me. I have fucked with your combat step. I it's the what is it, Doctor Do where he runs in till another day. But yeah, this is okay. I can see why you inevitably get outscaled when you go up against like big green decks. Here's our ramp. We really want to favor 2 mana. We have favored 2 mana. Not a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Ephara on turn 3 is like a thing that happens sometimes, but we're not hyper invested in. I mean, like we're decent, right? This is still 7 yards, but like this is not enough to guarantee an Ephara. It is good though. Stinging Lionfish. I've been seeing this recently a lot. I think this card's decent. As foretold. Okay. Yeah, we got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it, then Coco. So we've got a bit of a cast on our opponent's turn kind of flash sub theme, I can see. How does this work with Portal Mage? I guess you fizzle the trigger because it checks the trigger on resolution. I'm gonna assume that that's how that works. How about Rain the Power? Rains of Power would be really, really good here. Like, it is very much up this alley. But we're looking through right now. I'm just looking through the deck. And we're gonna do a play test. We're gonna see how this looks. Unstoppable Plan. We love Unstoppable Plan. If you want a win con with Unstoppable Plan, that's not for what are we? We're bracket what 2? What do you say? Bracket 2. Bracket 2. So not for bracket 2, but you can do it. Go-Go, the blue Go-Go goes infinite with Unstoppable Plan as long as you have any mana rock. I love Wrong Turn. Yeah. I thought Wrong Turn was already gonna be here. Misleading Signpost is at least here. We'll get into. Oh my! We have 15 removal spells on top of our 15 freaky ass fogs. Dude, you are the fun police. You have 2 finishers and 30 ways to tell your opponents, no, actually, you're not doing that. I've come to the decision that no, you aren't. You are. Oh my god. Okay, we are the fun police. Here's another finisher. This should be tagged to finisher. Okay. I can. Yeah. Let's play test to see how this plays. But I can already guess what's going to happen. I'm surprised all this says like this, and this is like, I'm here to stall until the end of time. And like, with that in mind, this is actually very relatively modest on like a card draw sweep. You know, Velzor, your pod's right. Your pod is correct. They should be doing that to you. If I played against this deck, all future games would be like, I'm gonna make you use all these goddamn fogs, motherfucker. I'm gonna beat you. Alright, we've got a card draw source, we have a safety blanket, and we have actual real life removal. I will keep this hand. Let's test this. Alright, draw on our first turn. We got even more card advantage. Perfect. I'm gonna play this Prairie. Turn 2. This is a good example, though. Like, we don't quite have the density to make sure we're getting Ephara out. So we're kind of just, like, land to passing for the first 3 turns. Because, like, I'm not flashing on Flood Pitch counter here. Like, this is a absolute waste of Flood Pitch counter to play here. We'll go to turn 3. I'll play this land. 1, 2, 3. We'll play our Nadir Kraken, which is... Like, Nadir Kraken as a source of card draw is, like, a massive tax on our mana. Like, this is 3 mana a turn that this is going to ask from us. So, like, we're not playing the rest of this shit if we have that out. So I'm going to play this here, honestly, with the idea of scaring the bejesus out of my opponents. Like, that's my main thought process of what this card will do. Because I actually want this card. This is the card I actually give a shit about. Alright, but anyways, turn 4. We're going to just play Ephara, because this deck doesn't do fucking anything until Ephara gets out. Well, I mean, it plays Azorius Control, right? We're still in Azorius Control deck. I've got 2 removal spells and a fog. Like, it doesn't do nothing. Also, this is bracket 2. I can do nothing for 3 turns. It's fine. All right, now we're gonna start playing shithead magic. So we're gonna start. Is this whenever I draw a card of any kind? Cool. I'm not gonna pay for it. And I will play my Watcher of the Water, who will enter tapped with 9 counters on him. And it's each time I get a tentacle, or is each time it dies? Each time the tentacle dies. Okay. But, like, yeah, this is, like, the Watcher is super good, right? Because now I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards effectively, and I'll make 3 1/1s because I'm going to draw my next turn, on my next upkeep. So this is, like, this is good. We're doing good things. Almost stronger than bracket 2 things, honestly, in my experience. In my experience, many bracket 2 decks will struggle with what we're doing right now. Like, handling this thing that I've just set up on turn 5, this little engine, with this much removal, most bracket 2 decks are going to struggle here. Like you have a death grip on the game at this point. Like, we'll untap here, but, like, this is unassailable. I can be forced to move here, but I'm gonna Ang the first thing possible, which I'm then going to Water Blend and flip. It's just because, like, yeah, if I were your friends and you played this against me in bracket 2, I'd be kind of harumphed, trying to think how to solve. Because also none of these are permanent removal. You're kind of just being irritating. I want to say that this is, like, an unassailable position, but because you've made your removal kind of mostly irritating and not, like, an actually permanent solution to any problems, you kind of simultaneously made it that it's impossible to assail your position, but it's also you haven't won the game. You haven't shut everyone else down. You've just made it so that this game is going to keep going until morale improves. You know, like, that's the gist of what's going to happen here. Because, like, what can I do here? I would just hold up Ang and Avid Interrupter is what I'd do. I do want to play a creature on this turn, right? I do, like, that is important. So yeah, then I just sorcery speed throw the Ang. Pick someone else's thing up. Because I have to, so the big thing is I have to play something at sorcery speed here, because I do need to draw on the other turns. I have also now officially animated the Ephara. Yeah, because now I'm going to 1, 2, 3 more of these. I'm going to, at some point, flash out this Aven Mind Sensor. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 more cards. I'm going to tap all of the... This is not untapped, but I'm going to tap these. And I will flip over Ang, and now I've got this big fucker. Oh, I flipped all of these over. Oopsies. And this is my turn set. My turn 7 is, and I'll draw another card. Like, this is an insane turn 7. I have bounced a thing. I have countered a thing. I have free. We can also say that, like, I evoked this subtlety. Because fuck it. I attack for 12, 17, 25. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. I have more card draw if I need it. Yeah, my thought is that you do... I think we need to... Okay. How do I want to solve this for bracket 2? Because, yeah, my initial assessment is correct. You lock everyone in hell, and you say no one's allowed to leave anymore. We're playing for the next 2.5 hours, and you are fucking liking it. I won 2 hours ago. As soon as I got out this illustrious Wonder Groove and this Ephara at the same time, the game ended. We're going through the motions from that point, but once these two are out, the game has ended. I think I've got a which way Western man offer to you. Or which way Western person offer to you. Do we want... I think that this idea of automatically triggering making tokens every single turn with Ephara is fundamentally like a... I think this is the same thing as your Vindix deck. This is a good idea. This is a bracket 3 idea. This is how you do Ephara in bracket 3. And you've done it well. At the level that you have previously described me playing, and also the thing that you say is fun, which is the, like, fucking with combat aspect of this deck. this is dwarfed by the power of these. These cards are dwarfing their power. I think that that's my main thing. So my offer is I can bring you up to bracket 3, and we can really lean into these style of effects and make a deck that like has the interaction sweep to be behind this. Or we lean harder into this flash idea you have. Where you have this whole flash idea in here, which seems to be in line with the thing you're saying is fun. And I think using that to manually trigger Ephara over and over again, instead of just being like, all right, it's turn 5, I play this 5-drop, I draw 4 cards a turn now for the rest of time. I think that that's going to be more fun and more in line with the power of deck that you're saying you want this to be. That make sense? So but it's which way Western Man. If you like this, I'm proud of you for finding this token idea. If you want to build this token idea out to be as powerful as it can, we can do that too. But from the description of your playgroup, I think we maybe should lead into this like first spell a turn flash idea. I need to know which one you think is more. What do you see for the deck? Clash game plan is fun, but I didn't win. I just got beaten to shit. Okay. Well, that I can help with. That we can make some pretty big flash plays. We can also just lean into like bigger creatures to make attacking you in that flash setting really fall down on you. Okay. You want to lean into that? Then let's kill these. Goodbye. 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 We're gonna call it goodbye just because I hate it. I'll let Shorikai stay as a way to generate damage. Anything else? I'm gonna switch back to the way that makes sense for me to look at this. Ugh. You got some very powerful magic cards also in here. All right. I'm also going to kill you. You're dead. Goodbye. This is funny. We'll keep those. Those are funny. This is... if we're leaning into flash, this is more fun. All right. So, 1. Someone suggested it. We're going to play wrong turn because it's funny. I think we have a decent number of flash enablers, but I think we want to lean behind, like... Instead of... I think I want some, like, more actualized... Let's just hit our opponents with just, like... Hey, you attacked me? Get fucked. I'm just adding in all the kinds of things. If anyone... So we're gonna try and fuck people up for attacking us. Instead of, like, you're being cute about them attacking you, I want to make them suffer. I want to say, how dare you? How dare you do this to me? How dare you offend my family? How dare you bring disgrace against my family in such a way as to attack me? Exactly, Lilith. Lilith's got the exact mentality on here. Perfect. So we're gonna switch we'll keep in... Where's our other board wipes? We can keep in... I'll probably just kill Ultima. But, like, we're going to add in more board wipes. And these board wipes are going to say, hey, man, you hit me? Fuck you. Fuck you. Eat this. Like, that's the mentality we want to respond to with someone else trying to hit us. This will kind of help with that, like, everyone constantly attacking me problem. Is these more, like, big fuck-offs of answers, so that it's really... Because the main thing when you play Flash, the main thing we're trying to do is we are trying to take advantage of the fact that we never have to do anything proactively ever. We want our opponents to be perpetually terrified of the things that we could play on our turn, only to then not play anything. That's the board state. That's the state we're trying to be in at all times. Which I like a lot of these. Like, I like some of these as, like, a base idea for doing that, but, like, these are the kinds of things that, like, really make people second guess going against us. We also had Reigns of Power. Oh. Is it just rain of power? Comeuppance, my beloved. We could. Am I spelling rain of power wrong? Am I just stupid? Reigns of power, got it. There we go. I am just stupid. We can also do like this. This one's really funny because you can use it to both pull people's stuff out of combat, and you can also use it as like a reversal. I'm down with we can do comeuppance for now. So comeuppance, I'm fine with comeuppance. Yeah. We can. I used to be much more of a fan of comeuppance than I am nowadays, but it's still pretty solid. This is just a good way of just being all like, oh, you hit me, actually you board wiped yourself. Which is just what all of these are. These are all just like, you hit me, actually you're dead, and you board wiped yourself. You played yourself. The other thing is that we only really have Columbo is kind of a flash enabler. Oh, we got 2 flash enablers. Is that enough? 3 really with Columbo. We want to be able to flash out something. I want to flash out something a little more threatening. I really want to, like, we could. Hullbreaker Horror is too strong, though. I do sympathize with, like, we need something more threatening being done here. Because this deck currently is kind of super anemic. Especially since I just stripped up a bunch of its token generation. We are, like, very anemic here. What do I want? Let's look at some. Let's look for some Azorius creatures with flash. Smirking Spelljacker. That's like more quirky, fun, like counter magic stuff. We have enough of that. We need more like big, like fucked up spells to play. Mana value greater than 5, and our order is going to be EDH Rec rank search. I want something that really fucks with my opponents. Like if they attack it, so like ideally we want like a Hullbreak Horror style thing, but this is too strong. This is too good at what we want it to do. It's doing the job too well. So, but this is the idea we're going with. We want this style of thing, where like if you attack into it, Rutro Reggie, like you have officially fucked up. It could be Wormcoil. Wormcoil is kind of fine. There's always the idea of like we can do the White Ancient. This one's also I feel this is still overtuned. Zatalpa's a good one. I'm down with just like, yo, here's Zatalpa. I'm trying to dial in also for us being in like bracket 2, you know? Here's a good one. Here's just like this is like a big threat that I can flash out on end step and is going to like be an immediate problem. This is another one. All right. I think this is another, I really like this card for this kind of idea. Anything else that I am really on for doing this? We're going to upgrade your fogs. All right. I think that those are all good. So these are just some like fucking, the goal of these cards are just like cards that both really punish our opponents for attacking us and also can just win the game by themselves. Champion of Beyond. I can spell champion, right? I can see if it's a real card. I do not have is it of the or from Beyond? Sorry. Champion from Beyond. Where did that show up? Where'd it go? Where is this? Where's this card you just told me to add? Ah, this. Yeah, this is decent. We're just like, we just flash this out. And like the goal here is that, hi Jackie. The goal here is just like cards that punish our opponents for attacking us, but also just can win the game by themselves. These do not need other cards to be good. I just need to play this, and then my opponents will lose. Like that's the goal here. That's what we're looking for. So like completely self-contained cards. We have other things that like support. I think that that's a good little sweep of cards that are just like strong on their own. Then we also have like the I saw that we had White Man Lion plus God Eternal Oketra is like also like always a really good little pairing that'll also like really churn through the game. We can also do our how's our pip distribution? You're really even, aren't you? Yeah, we're really even. So our defilers aren't particularly awesome here. All right. I think on that respect, I like adding all of these. Zatalpa is probably the worst one. We kill Zatalpa. Ancient Gold Dragon. This one's just another like untaps on your end step. You currently have two that are just generically all the time, which is Leyline of Anticipation and High Face Trickster, which are like decent. And then you have Final Word Phantom, which I think players fine with these. Because you also can just play these all at sorcery speed and they'll be fine. This is the other thing, is that like these are we have quite the mana sweep here. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we want more mana here? Because the other thing you need if you're going to be doing this is you need a lot of mana. But like this one. Oh, also yeah, the Blue Spirit, right? Where is he? The Blue Spirit, first creature, which is all you really care about. You care about the first creature. This one's also just like a good to cast at sorcery speed, and then just untaps, and you can have all your mana up. So like these are all solid cards to keep you going. Now we just need to find. I also want to just run like a quick. And we're just gonna run. I like Transcendent Message for decks like this because even with what I've done, you're still making a decent number of creatures as just like a big late game burst draw spell, especially since you're holding up a lot of mana as time goes on. You could run the two. You could run them, Lavalier, and we could do that. How do you spell? You can run these guys. I like them. I think these are because they're partner with, so they search for each other. Okay, yeah. That's actually really, really good suggestion, Lilith. I like both of these in here because I wanted a little more card draw. Because he killed a lot. I'm not biased by my Azorius good, but I think they're good. I think this is exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Well, it has natural flash. I don't think Restoration Angel is really what this deck wants to be doing. By any like real respect. How many fetch lands / like green search ramp decks are you playing with on a regular basis? Just out of like sheer curiosity, because this is one of those cards that gets much stronger as the power level of the pod goes up. But we're kind of in bracket 2 here. We seem to be having people who struggle with decks that have consistent large amounts of draw. So that makes me inclined to believe that these are not fetch land people. You know? Because I'm really suspect on that basis. This card's funny. Line there too, I would wear you. What does this do? Enters. Declare attacker step. For each attacking creature, you may retarget those creatures. Okay, I am treating these as sacred. I can't touch these. Otherwise, yeah. This is so if someone's playing their green deck, this card feels really good, but in like all other times it basically doesn't do anything. I'll leave that up to being your last cut if you want it to be. Flood Pit Drowner is like mid. What was the other one I was looking at over here? Oh, it's fine. I think Fencer is just annoying. Like I know I'm cutting flash creatures and I'm adding a bunch of not flash creatures, but That's my prerogative. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, haha, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we still have 23 creatures with flash, and we have 2 ways to give mass flash. So I'm still okay with our numbers here. Barry's does not care about casting at flash speed. What does it not care? What does not care about being cast at High Fate Trickster? This card loves being cast at flash speed. It would love to be cast. Always at flash speed. Oh, I missed Fairy Mastermind because I'm stupid. Yeah, so we have enough. We're good. Fairy Mastermind also feels like the kind of card that's like kind of fine. But we'll keep it here. I'm gonna kill Ephemerate for the same reason I've killed the other cards. I want us working for our Ephara triggers. I understand why all these cards are here, and they are good cards, and he's done a good job. We're gonna work for Ephara. Like that's our goal here. How do I feel about this card? Not your mind. It's when you attack with 8 or more creatures. Basically, this is like a 10 mana. It can kill the table. Before that, it kind of draws a little bit if you play it early. I'm just not in love with this. But it is, I will say it's the best at just saying, like, actually, I win the game. Oh, this is a card I did just gloss over. This is a new fog I've added, by the way. This card's sick as hell. Where you just say, like, yo, what you do if you can flash this out is you just flash it out, and then you just say creature. And then no one deals any damage to you, and you block all their creatures, and they all die. Shit's awesome. Shit's super fire. Super hot fire. All right, I have added a lot of ability to... this is not quite what we're looking for, though this is fun. Let's keep our... Oh, this plays really well into the board. You do have... What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 board wipes. So we should kill one of the board wipes. So we have a lot of board wipes, and we are at 37 creatures. We should probably kill at least one. Angel of the Dire Hour. Angel of the Dire Hour is like a flash creature, but it does not win the game on its own by any real respect. And like... So my general complaint with cards like that is that they are less removal and more removal checks. Or like, if my opponent has removal... Yo, I just paid 5 mana to reset all of their end of the battlefield triggers. Like, I don't... So, like, that's been my general experience... Or 7 mana, sorry, for Angel of the Dire Hour. And so, like, that's been my general experience with Angel. And also, we just have... We just have enough board wipes. Oh, wait, this is return each other non-land permanent that entered this turn. Yeah, bye-bye. Goodbye. Very cute, very haha, very funny. Goodbye. More. And then leaning towards target opponent gains control of target creature. Oh, I miss if it's attacking or blocking, it's removed from combat. Never mind. I thought wrong turn was a different card. I don't. And then our last cut, as I always leave, our last cut is to you, mouse, or whatever you want it to be. So let's see how this plays now. So we've kind of given us a little bit bigger of a top end here, and we've really decided to punish the shit out of people for attacking us. Let's see how that goes. Instead of just being on like irritating during attacks, we are like actively punishing them. I have no flash enabler. I have no ramp. I don't really have anything good. Let's deal another hand. The flash enabler. Of course, that's my fault. I will play just this hand against my better judgment. I'll draw that as my first card for turn. I'll play this land tapped. Never didn't have it. I'm a genius. I'm so good at the game. Really, so what we've learned today is that if you're a god gamer like me, you'll always have it. and shit will be awesome all the time. I do have to discard a hand size, probably be the snap. Untap, play land. On the end of someone's turn, whoever, the person right before me's turn, we're going to play this Final Word Phantom. Then we're going to untap again. Play this. So the big thing about this build is that, like, Ephara is a thing we eventually get around to playing as, like, our card advantage engine, but, like, we are in no way mandated to immediately run at Ephara as fast as possible. So, like, here I actually am going to play this card, the Levelier, because I want the other Levelier here. And we'll untap again. Because now I can pay 1, 2, 3 for the Levelier. And I can pay 2, and I can play my Ephara. And then I'll draw off my other Levelier, and then we'll go to my opponent's turn, and I'll draw again. This also feels like much more bracket 2 gameplay. But, like, I'm not defenseless, right? This isn't a creature yet. But, like, I still have things to do. But this is, when we looked at turn 5 in the last game, like, I dominated the game. I had full control over anything. There's no way anyone's getting out of my death grip. Here, this is solid turn 2. We're set up. But, like, this is fine. I'll play my land for turn, right? I've got decent stuff here. What would I do here? I might throw Coveted Jewel as just I think I just hold up mana with the idea that I, at some point, will play this Spell Queller on someone's thing, and then on the Spell Queller turn, I can flash out the High Phase Trickster to draw. And then on the next turn, I will also draw. And then if anyone else has anything that upsets me or makes me a sad boy, we've got a Disruptor of Currents, which will draw again for me. And this is also, like, look at, I'm manifesting a board state as I go. Like, all of these are creatures. These are legit creatures. So now when I draw this Elishnorn, like, this Elishnorn is now kind of legitimate here. You know, we've got a solid threat, and Elishnorn turns into this solid threat, but we don't have this iron grip of interaction. We still have interaction. These are all great ways to interact with our opponent and be an annoying little fucker, but it's less that death grip that we had in our first game. And on turn 7 here, if we really wanted to, we could just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can just immediately slam this Elishnorn if I really wanted to. Though what I'd probably do is I just pass all my mana up. And then if no one made me do anything on any of their turns, I would then flash out this Elishnorn. Or you can actually, even on some turn, you can negate into Elishnorn. And then you'll draw, and then you'll go to your next turn, and now we have the board state. Now we have the board. Hi, Ruby. Welcome. We have been reviewing Malzwar's deck, and Malzwar has given us yet another bracket 2 deck that they built too well, and makes everyone, and was kind of this death grip control Ephara list, that, like, by turn 4 was drawing a million, jillion, trillion cards. And Malzwar, how does this look? Does this feel more in line with the, like, play experience that is, like, in line with what your friends do and, like, the vision you had for your deck? Does this feel a little better? Because I think that in comparison with the first game, I have gotten ways to kill the table much sooner in both of these, and I've had to draw less cards to do that, and my removal has been more, I don't know, it's been more feely. Glad you enjoy it. Ugh. Then we can move on to our next deck here. Let me look at our list of people for us to handle. Looks like Jackie, by the rules that I have instated in my mind, would be the next person to go. Jackie, are you still here? I know you popped in for a second, and I also know that your ability to say hi has been highly intermediate. Are you here for us? If not, yes, you are here. Perfect. Jackie, we can do you right now. Is that all good? Are we good to do your deck here? Immediately. Yes. Immediately, right now. Is that okay? Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Let's get to Jackie's deck. Let me... Waka waka. Oh, goodness. All right. I remember reading this over. You are going to ask for some advice here. So let me get this copied over into Moxfield. So export deck. Oh, wait, we figured this out last time. I remember us all messing with this last time and you all yelling at me that there are easier ways to do things in my life. And me being stupid about it. We can then paste from URL. Perfect. All right. Please tell me that keeps all the tags. It does not keep all the tags. Do you have fun tags that you would like me to use the architect for? Either way, here is this list that we're looking at now. But yeah, do you have any if I can use the architect list if you have any fun tags for me to go through. Either way, we can go with yes, we are doing Muldrotha. This is you do not know what that means. Okay, well, if you do not know what fun tags means, then you do not have fun tags. So you have to put them on your cards. All right, so this is currently a bracket 4 or a bracket 3 Muldrotha list that is trying to be time sieve combo. All right, I've been asked to push it up to bracket 4. Currently bracket 3, but the non-deterministic infinite turns really rely on near infinite combats to win. I want this to feel something more final than just I attack you until you say uncle. I want to make this deck less rude towards my opponents, specifically the non-deterministic infinite combo with extra turns. I want to make it to be a combo deck, just something that actually ends the game instead of Muldrotha. So I have one quick question about this. That stems from the fact that a lot of people think that infinite turns is not a deterministic win. Does the deck deterministically take infinite turns and people just make you play through all of the turns? Or does the deck have a time sieve in it and is a Muldrotha deck and sometimes can generate, but you have to like play through actually generating 5 artifacts every turn? Just like, on which basis is this non-deterministic, air quotes? That is my first and primary question on this overhaul. Basically on whether or not you're about to get a rant or an actual or we're going to change combos. I am not seeing a way to deterministically make 5 artifacts every single turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have less than 5 life, take this. This is an infinite turn combo. If we compare ourselves down to 5 life, which is a thing that you could do, but you were doing the hard way. Okay, we're doing it with Doom Whisperer. That's what we're doing. So we Doom Whisperer until shooter into Time Sieve and then Mirror Battle Sphere. So if you have Mirror Battle Sphere, it's right here. You have a deterministic infinite turns. Okay, so when you have infinite turns, this is effectively I have infinite combats, infinite mana, and infinite card draw. How this should work, is the other one. How this should work is you should be able to present your opponents with any removal spell, and they should concede. Because at that point, because you have infinite combats, as long as you have a way to board wipe, a way to clear their blockers, or you can present a way to get around their blockers, you have the game. The game has been won. This is the thing that I always tell people when I have infinite turns. It's like, if you want me to play it, we can play it. But normally I would just reveal my deck until I reveal the card that nullifies any current blockers and say, I have infinite combats from here. Can we say that I win? Which is the same as if I have Thrasios and if I have Thrasios and Basalt Monolith is the exact same as if I have Time Sieve and Mere Battlesphere. That makes sense? If that's still not satisfying to you, we're in Muldrotha. We have, if you want me to bring you to bracket 4, I have a million other combos for you. We can do other things, but I would say that this is not non-deterministic. This is a deterministic combo win that you have in your deck right now. If the problem is that you have to take a bunch of turns to try and find the way to take infinite turns, and that causes strife, that I can make sense, but that is a problem with Time Sieve, as like, or just like taking turns as a win con, not with this combo in specific. But yeah, that's the main thing I need to know out of you is do you feel like you can make that case to the people that you play with? It's like, hey, I have Mere Battlesphere and I have Time Sieve. There is a Razaketh in here somewhere. I will beat you to death with a flying 8-hit. Somewhere in here you will die. Can we go to the next game, please? Or if that's also if that's still not satisfying, I'm questioning how that's different than any other combo win, but if that's still not satisfying, I can give you different combos. Because I'm noticing we have Keenan in here, we have Urza in here, we have Broodling in here. Like, we have combos. There are combos to be run here. I can give you the game in a million different ways. I need to know what we're going to. What's the goal here? How much of a shithead do we want to be? How understanding are the people that we play with? You know? What's that dynamic like? Also, if we do want to push into bracket 4, if that really is the intention, which looks like is the intention here, what kind of bracket is this? Like, you don't need to find a new playgroup. Sometimes it can be good to explain these things to people. Like I am explaining it to you on the same basis that, like, the reason I'm explaining it to you is because you think that this is not a deterministic win, right? You also think this. Most people think this. Most people are wrong. This is a deterministic win. You have won the game. There's no way to get out of this. But sometimes you do just need to explain to them. It's like, hey, I have infinite combats. I have access to my whole deck. I will untap as many times as I need to kill you. I will present this way to deal with your blockers. Are we all good? A lot of people do not fully comprehend in Magic. People are not good at comprehending infinites. So people do not comprehend in Magic how little it takes. Once you have access to infinite resources, how little it actually takes to win the game. Like, a regular thing, do we have them in here? We do not. A regular thing I will point out to people is if they have Otawara and Boseiju in their deck, like, you make infinite mana and draw infinite cards, your opponents do not have permanents anymore. They're all done. They're dead. Permanents are gone forever. So, like, that's... Like, people do not tend to comprehend infinites. But if you do not like this you were saying that you do not like them to just be in combat until they say uncle. So if that's not satisfying for you, we are playing Muldrotha. You seem very willing to play very high power cards. We can play War and Soul Trader combo. We can play, like, plenty of other very viable combos. I will need to know, though, what level of bracket 4 are we playing? Like, how optimized are these people that you play with? Judging by that fact that they do not understand that infinite turns is infinite turns, I don't know how far you want to push into bracket 4 where you will still have people to play with. I could be wrong, though. You know your playgroup better than I do. How bracket 4 are we getting? Because we do, yeah. As JC is pointing out, we've got some card quality update grades that need to come in here if we're trying to push ourselves to bracket 4. I am going to guess that the O-Stone and Nev's disc are because this is a Muldrotha deck and they would like to board wipe everyone all the time forever. Okay, bracket 3 with $2,000 decks or budget CDH list. Okay, it's a slow. Well, right now we're in bracket 3 right now. This is currently supposed to be a bracket 3 deck, and we are being asked to push to bracket 4. But yes, I agree. If we are pushing to bracket 4, This like O-Stone idea is probably not necessary. Nivenrel's Disc might not be the worst thing in the world, but O-Stone is definitely way too slow. All right, so bracket 3, air quotes. It's just we only have a few game changers, and then we were playing budget CDH. Okay, then we can. I can have you win it on. We can have you win it on turn 4. I can push the deck there. What are our since this has been asked to be a deck overhaul, so we're not going to play through it already. What are our darlings? What is the things that must stay to make you happy? What is here because it is good, and what it is here because it makes Jackie Moose happy, and I cannot get rid of it. Because you put me in Soul Tie with access to the graveyard. I have 800 combos to choose from to upgrade you here. I guess that's another thing I can ask. Do we want to go the Aristocrats route, or graveyard route into a combo? Or do we want to just go with damn these cards sure are good route into a combo? With stuff like Keenan, Keenan. Reveal top 4 cards, put all the cards that you named into your hand, rest into your graveyard. That's cool. I've never seen this card. Tap Mill 4. I like Tap Mill 4. I might steal this. Either way, if we're getting to fucked up bracket 4. Congratulations. I have found your favorite new card. His name is Hermit Druid. Where'd he go? Welcome to your new favorite Magic the Gathering card. Are we running basics? Not anymore. How do I want to handle how much of a massive overhaul this is going to be? All right, let me see how the deck currently plays. Let me just play the current deck right now as it is. Will you mull over what direction you want me to take this deck in? I'm gonna give you. We're gonna go through a playtest. We're gonna see what state we are currently in. This is very awkward. Muldrotha, Rozikev, Urza, and the ramp period. All the ramp. We're gonna get this Wayfarer's Bubble the hell out of your green deck. Oh my god. Down to 6. Okay, here's my down to 6 or down to 5. Will bottom. That one, I guess. All right, I'm not gonna play this. Okay, we're gonna get right into fucking this shit up. So we like Urza, we like our ramp, so we're going to go with Basalt Monolith. He's gonna come in here. So Basalt Monolith plus Keenan is I make infinite colorless mana. Wood Sage is sick. We'll keep Wood Sage. I'm done with Wood Sage. And then the other thing we're going to want to play with is I want to get Warren Soul Trader. And Grave Crawler in here. I also, on that band, probably want to get the Phyrexian Arena in here too, just so we can also turn it into infinite mana. We're gonna. I can spell. Don't worry about me. We're just so we're adding a couple combos here. So Warren Soul Trader. Oh, and I'm gonna add a bunch of combos and we're gonna simplify down. So one of these combos is gonna be Chatterfang and Warren Soul Trader. Then we're also going to be doing Gravecrawler with Warren Soul Trader and also Phyrexian Altar with Gravecrawler, also infinite. And then we have Basalt Monolith, Keaton, Fonder Prodigy. So that plus Basalt Monolith makes infinite mana. We need a Thracios in here to be an outlet for all of these infinite mana combos. This is how we brew at bracket 4, by the way. So you're gonna choose your baseline combos. You're gonna cull down to the ones you like, and then your enablers, and then we fill in the gaps of everything. We also need to fix this mana base. If we're trying to complete at bracket 4, we can't be doing this. We need to clean that the hell up. Just we can't sustain so many tap lands. We need our lands to be untapped We cannot afford to lose the time. Last combo that I want to... So next we're going to try Hermit Druid. This is your new favorite Magic the Gathering card. You love this card. He is your bestest friend. He is going to mill your whole deck. We are not going to run basic lands. Basic lands are for bitches. This is going to say, here's my 2-drop. This is pay 1 3 mana. And my deck is now in my graveyard. Woot woot. With that in mind, we're going to play Dread Return. Which is, if you've never seen Dread Return, this is Dread Return. Card very good. Just in case we don't have Muldrotha already out, or if we... This is in case we don't already have Muldrotha out. By the way. This gives you an out to not having Muldrotha already. And then we're in the Thassa's Oracle bracket. You are running Thassa's Oracle. I will keep out the Tainted Pact and Demonic Consultation to keep you interesting, but we are going to be running Thassa's Oracle. And then we also want a Buried Alive in here. Daring, aren't we? Hey, we're not doing Domcon Thoracle. We are doing Hermit Druid Thoracle. We are interesting people here. I don't currently have a Buried Alive pile either. I'm doing a lot of things. We will simplify down. I'm adding a bunch of combos, and then I'm going to pull all the ones that seem superfluous out. So we're going to build them up, and we're going to pull them out as I discover what I want, what I think this deck should be doing. So I want something that I can Buried Alive into. Which also probably goes well with Lotus Dancer. Okay. Oh, I have not done yours yet, Stone. Don't worry about it. You've got time here. This is a big overhaul. Does anyone know the Lotus Light Dancer combos off the top of their head? I knew them at one point. I do not remember. We can actually all look them up together. Is it Locust Light? Locust Light Dancer combo. Everyone's home. Perfect. Yeah, there should be a bunch of combo lines. Okay, these are just people talking about it. I want the combo lines. Moxfield, give me my combo lines. Oh dear God. Okay. Please tell me there are tags. Combo 1. No. Combo 2. There we go. This is a combo we can run. There another one that I like too. I don't want to do Burning Hulk stuff because I don't want this to look too much like... No. Okay, we'll do this one. So I need a Nature's Lore, a Peregrine Drake, and a Peregrine Drake in here, and a Lily Splash Mentor. So just to confirm, we are going to Lotus Light gets Dread Return, Lily Splash Mentor, Nature's Rhythm. We Dread Return back to Lily Splash. Flicker, Lotus Light. No. We just tap Lily Splash Mentor. We just tap Lily Splash Mentor, make infinite mana with Peregrine Drake. How are we getting Thracios? Welcome to these combos, they're fun. Sorry. This is my problem when we do Bracket 4 decks. Bracket 4 decks, like, really require a honed idea. So I get distracted that I need to, like, get into how the deck works. I think I'm actually... So we're going to add Lily Splash Mentor, Peregrine Drake, and Nature's Rhythm into the deck. I'm just trying to figure out if Lily Splash Mentor is allowed to just be Deadeye Navigator. That's my main contention. Because I think I'd rather it just be Deadeye Navigator. We'll do Lily Splash Mentor. Why not? I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm just not realizing the walkthrough. Okay, but the idea here is that you get... So, your Lotus Light Dancer... Locust Light Dancer It's a Dread Return, a Lily Splash Mentor, and actually, is there a primer? Please tell me there's a primer. You guys walk through this? Combo 1. Combo 2. Dread Return, Palantron. Palantron can be Paragon Drake. Okay, so you get the Paragon Drake first, then you get a Nature's Rhythm. You flash back, you get the Nature's Rhythm. Harmonize to get the Lily Splash Mentor, make infinite mana, win with Thracios. Got it. So they're just assuming you have Thracios in play already. Because this is a CDH line. So they're just assuming Thracios is in your command zone. We do not have Thracios in the command zone. We don't have such a luxury. But we do have the line that you can throw the Lily Splash in the... You can throw the Thracios in the graveyard by flickering the Lotus Dancer. And then you can flicker the Muldrotha. And the Muldrotha will be new, so it doesn't think you've used its ability yet. And then you can play the Thracios that way. I'm a genius. Are you... Jackie, have I lost you? I've seen you not responded to me, and I have added about 5 combos into this deck, and just walked through a fairly convoluted ass line. So, just tapping. You still here? You're not. You still here? I know. I assume you're still in the stream listening, but are you still comprehending the umbrella of what's going on? This gets the advantage of also being a nice Dread Return idea if I throw in Phyrexian Delver. Now I have a very life combo. Okay. Let me... Here is our... There's somewhere... I'm going to put this in the description of the deck. There you go. So in the description of the deck is going to be the Lotus Line combo. All right. I think I've harmonized down to what I want to be doing. I think I'm going to cut all of this stuff. The Warren Soul Trader stuff I think is bad. I added it. It's bad. We're cutting it back. Do we have... I don't think we have an Animate Dead combo in here. In these colors, specifically. You still keep the Dread Return. Okay. So our 2 major combos. Our 2 major combos are going to be Keenan plus the Salt Monolith. With the which will give us infinite colorless mana. Which we also want on Mirage Mare. For that. If we get to it. So if we can get the Mirage, this is just going to give us infinite colorless mana, which we can use for a plethora of reasons, including just repeatedly flipping the Keenan over and over and over again until we eventually get the Thracios, so we can draw our whole deck. But also we can just like play stuff in the meantime. It's going to be good. Our other combos are all going to revolve around... This is kind of our like secondary combo. This is our secondary combo that we are doing as like an emergency break glass kind of combo. Our primary combos are around Lily Splash Mentor, which has pay 3, exile target creature you control and return it to the battlefield at sorcery speed, and Paragon Drake, which enters and untaps 5 lands. So all of the other things I'm talking about doing are just about assembling Paragon Drake plus Lily Splash Mentor. Which is going to make us also going to make us infinite mana, but these also allow us to blink Muldrotha, which if I view card details, I believe means we can reuse its ability. Cast an artifact spell as an artifact or a spell, multiple effects pay the cost, the permanent cards in your graveyard. Once you begin to cast the spell, you losing control won't affect the spell. Normal conditions. If you play a card from graveyard and then have a new Muldrotha come, you may play another land spell. Yeah. So you can then keep flickering Muldrotha. So once you make infinite mana with the Lily Splash Mentor and the Paragon Drake, you can keep flickering Muldrotha, and you can infinitely buy back whatever's in your graveyard as many times as you want. As well as like trigger or Kiora or whatever the hell is happening. Last combo, we have Hermit Druid, which just is pay a green, mill until you hit a basic. We're going to cut all the basics out of our deck, and then we're going to Dread Return, which is just sack 3 creatures, or if you just have Muldrotha, this works. Back of Thassa's Oracle, and you'll win the game that way. These are our various win cons. This is going to be kind of the core that you're going to want to build your deck around, and like keeping this tight. I cannot sit here and overhaul an entire mana base here. I'm going to cut enough room for us to playtest how those combos play. and we will see how long that takes to get up and running. And then I'll see if I can give you a little bit more, because I know you have limited time here, and I don't know how much people want to just sit and watch me stare at me overhauling a mana base and just like running a bunch of fast mana and adding all of that kind of stuff. Yes, so you have 3 completely separate combo lines, mostly overlapping on Thrasios, but you do not need Thrasios by any extent. And all of these combos are faster than your current combo. So we're going to kill our current taking extra turns idea because the people you play with don't like them, which is cringe, but fine. So let me kill that. I really like this second chance idea, so I'm kind of sad to cut it, but I am down to cut it. We have Hordling Broodlord, so we are going to run Sacrifice. And we are going to run Saw in half. And then finally we're going to run Peer into the Abyss. Actually, I don't want to run this. I don't want to run that combo. I've decided I don't want to do this. We'll get Buried Alive and you can combo off that way. There's another combo with Hordling Broodlord. Well, it's not a combo, it just lets you draw half your deck. But I don't think that that's appropriate here. What other stuff? I think that this landfall idea is generally superfluous, so we're going to cut that. Oh, I do need to add Nature's Rhythm. Guys, if anyone in the chat wants to help with whatever bracket 4 staples I am generally missing on like the tutors, I'm going to try and get the tutors in here. We are making us a nonsense deck. I hope that you have a printer, Jackie, by the way, because this deck is going to be a cajillion dollars. I'm going to give you the version of this list that costs $1 million and makes and blows everyone into oblivion. And then I'll let you rate in from there what you could what feels appropriate. Let's kill this Oblivion Stone. Let's kill this Lifecaster's Bestiary. Let's kill this Wayfarer's Bauble. Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, I'm aware that there's kind of like a very limited group, but I think it's fun to watch me pull in all of the crazy shit that we can do, because there is a lot of crazy shit we can do. Mystical Tutor, which is gonna spell well with Spell Seeker. Those in the Fallingly feels good. This is probably fine. Uncounterable's fine. Fauna Shaman is slow, so we'll kill that. I like the untap central plan, so we're gonna run the Sprawls to go with that central plan nicely. This is probably fine. What other 11 jets? I do not want deep analysis very much. We are probably milling enough for Delirium to be fine. Oh, since we have... Did I kill the... Yes, I did. This is probably not at... is this outside of your hand? Is this said from outside your hand? They had Convoke. It would be awesome, but it's from exile, so it's not awesome. We have Ripple's Undeath. I want a Sylvan Library. I don't think Necromancy is particularly necessary. I'll keep Animate Dead in. That one's funny. And Dynamo's fine. Ring of Three Wishes, we are running all the good tutors. We do not need to run the bad tutors. Which inline we could run Shared Summons. I was going to add Eternal Witness, and I'm like, we are playing a Muldrotha deck. We do not need an Eternal Witness. You can tell some of this stuff is just me running on autopilot. I will eventually cut down the number of cards, I promise. I won't just keep going back and forward at 110 over and over and over again. Fierce Empath isn't actually getting us anything. Kill Emrakul. Do I want a better... what is the love for Urza? I want Urza to receive a little more love here, because Urza is here, but Urza is definitionally here. You know, he sure is present in the moment, and I wanna make him feel good. But I need to know why. Why have we decided Urza is our champion? I want him to feel better, you know? Oh, speaking of, I love you, Kiora. You are not good enough, and you are not good enough. These are probably fine. Urza might need to, just because I just don't, I don't have anything good for Urza to be doing in the deck right now. Even their base list did not have anything good for, I guess you had like the Mur Battle Sphere, but if we're cutting all the time steam stuff, we might want to just put Urza in his own separate deck. Mono Blue Ramp is fun. You can also do that with Go-Go. Go-Go's another fun way to do Mono Blue Ramp. This Go-Go, he's also fun Mono Blue Ramp. Not to say to run him in this deck, but just like he's fun. Alright, I will kill Urza then. Bye-bye, Urza. Sorry. Alright, 5 more cuts. We are rapid firing this. trying to get a version of this that I can play test. I think this looks cleaner to me though. We've definitely dropped, we can't drop Wood Sage because I've never heard of this card in my entire life. So the fact that you have it is hilarious to me, and I think it's funny. But we can't drop it. Impossible. Urza dies yet again. We'll go find his head rolling around somewhere. Peregrine Drake also goes well with all of these like land tap for extra effects. Ooh, we could run another decent infinite with that. There's another decent infinite with all of that jazz, which is Eternal Witness just feels really oh, but you can't get your instants and sorceries back with Muldrotha. I am down. So Eternal Witness works as a way to get our instants and sorceries back, and then we can run Snap. I start it. Straight up just actually Snap. Yet another combo here. If you have a land tapping for multiple mana, which is like one of our enchantment effects, this might be bad, but I want to run it. You can get Eternal Witness. Oh, no. I'm thinking wrong. Never mind. These cards are not good enough. I am going to assume that you are not at the like stage of people who is playing Gaia's Cradle and shit and all the fast mana. So I'm not adding those as of right now. Yeah, most of the instants and sorceries I've added are just been tutors or like Dread Return, which is just flashback. But it's mostly just tutors. Most of the instants and sorceries we are adding are just tutors, which will also help with the fact that you were running a lot of, or at least 2 tutors that really wanted you to have Delirium. I also like Muldrotha. Yeah, the instants and sorceries are all tutors, and those will interact nicely with the Delirium cards you were already running. But I hear you in that. We're still pretty permanent heavy. I've only got you at 15 instants and sorceries, and we are still mostly interacting on the board. Resurgence, that's fine, that's fine. On that vein, though, I'm gonna kill this Frantic Search. Keep our instants and sorceries count fairly low. Now we're to the last 3 cuts. I'm gonna have to. Is this power 4 greater? I think it's Kiora. I love Kiora, but I think Kiora just does not draw often enough for this deck. She's an infinite mana outlet. Oh, Frog. We're going to bracket 4. We do not need Spore Frog. So in bracket 4, you do not need cards like Spore Frog because no one's going to be winning through combat anyways. And if they are winning through combat, they're going to ban you from doing anything on their turn anyway. They're going to run like a Grand Abolisher and just tell you to like stay off their turn. Let me. 2 more cuts. Chat, I know we've been watching me just churn through this deck list. trying to get these cuts down and really overhauling this. Is there anything standing out to y'all that feels superfluous? We got two more. Last one's for Jackie. Whatever Jackie hates dies on the last one. But do we have 2 more cards standing out? It's just like not quite good enough. I'm really afraid of actually getting to Muldrotha mana, or else I'd cut some of this bigger ramp. But Muldrotha is a lot, and I have not packed a ton of card draw in here because we're really leaning on a lot of this self-mill. Oh, we're gonna kill Crew Tribe Elder because we are not running any basics. Let me make sure that I haven't fucked that up anywhere else. Yeah, it's the only basic one that cares about basics. All right, and one last card. Anyone for our last cut, or the last cut of the stream? Anything standing out as like particularly middling? You know what? I'm just gonna say you're gonna cut your land count by 1 because 38 is crazy high, especially since I've cut a lot of your land stuff. Those were really crazy high. Mirage Mirror is here because with Keen. So if you, this is fun. So if you have Keenan, Ponder Prodigy, your artifacts tap, or your artifacts and creatures tap for 1 additional mana. So this Basalt Monolith is going to tap for 4 to untap for 3, which makes infinite mana. And then you do that infinity times. And then Mirage Mirror, you're going to play Mirage Mirror, and then you're going to infinitely stack activations of Mirage Mirror to copy a blue land and a green land over and over and over. Well, you're going to copy a blue land, then you're going to copy Basalt Monolith, and then you're going to copy a green land. So then you can tap Mirage Mirror for a blue mana, then you untap it when it's a Basalt Monolith, and then it becomes a green land, and you tap it for a green mana, and then it becomes a Basalt Monolith, and you untap it again. And do that infinite times to make you infinite colored mana from your infinite colorless mana. In this example, we're also going to be making black mana when we do that, but that's the loop with Mirage Mirror. That's why Mirage Mirror is here. It might not be awesome without Keaton in the zone, but I like it, so we're keeping it. I think it's funny. It's a really convoluted, stupid ass lip. If that sounds too complicated, by the way, Jackie, we can just cut the Mirage Mirror. Because you can just make infinite mana, and then you just burn it all into Thracios, and you'll draw your whole deck that way. You just assume that you have the Thracios out. But this is how you do it if you don't have the Thracios out. Yeah, you get infinite of any activated ability on the battlefield, yeah. You could also, since you're making infinite mana, you can keep having the Mirage Mirror, copy the Muldrotha, and then like go back and forth, sacking the Muldrothas to each other, which buys you infinite permanents that are not creatures. Yeah, it's very weird. You get a bunch of weirdness out of it. All right, I'm gonna try doing us a playtest. We are going to assume that this mana base is all rainbow lands. Okay, these are all rainbow lands that are all types. Jackie, I wish you luck on just look up you need these to all be the best lands possible. There are plenty of guides to making, or you can just like look up a Sultai mana base. It's important that they are everything tokens because we have a Utopia Sprawl and an Arbor Elf. But these are everything tokens for now. But yeah, Jackie, in your own time, you can try and look up some Muldrotha mana bases, and just the main thing is you cannot have any basics. So pack yourself with as many fetch lands as you can, as many typed lands as you can, and then like these Horizon lands are going to be super good, and just as many utility lands as possible, because you can't be running any basics because we need our Hermit Druid to mill our entire deck. All right, with that in mind, we are going to play a playtest game. Do I keep this hand? I'm gonna ship this hand. I will definitely ship that hand. Okay, we will keep this hand. All right. This is my go to 6. I'm gonna kill. How much is this mill? Deals combat damage. You mill that many cards. I'll just bottom a. On a bottom of land. Here's the bottom. Put the bottom deck. Alright, draw a card. First card per turn. This is an everything token. I will put a Utopia Sprawl on my land. I will play this land. I will pay 3. I will minus a Kiora. Untap this. I will play a Keenan. I will untap. I will have a really hard time getting to my... Oh, we will say that this made black mana. Is there a way to label... Can I write words on it? I cannot write words on it. Okay. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play a Barrogoyf. I'm going to minus this. Untap this land. I'm going to tap for an Insidious Fungus, and then I'm going to tutor my deck for a Basalt Monolith. Alright, and then I'll go to... We'll attack for 2 here. We will attack with... Oh my god, I drew that? I'm so surprised. Alright, we are then going to pay 1, 2, 3. I'll play a Basalt Monolith. I'll make infinite colorless mana. I will... I will make infinite colorless mana. I will attack with a Barrogoyf. Actually, first we will sack this Insidious Fungus to draw a card, and then we put a land on the battlefield. We do not have that. Okay. But we do... That is our infinite outlet. Is there a way I can... Yes, because I'm making infinite colorless mana. I can then minus... Remove a counter to untap this. I will make an infinitely large Hydroid Krasis. Draw my entire deck. In this deck, there are going to be artifacts that tap for mana. So for colored mana, and then I can play my Thracios, and I will win the game on turn 4. Yeah, just a Rog Silas mana. Well, the Rog Silas mana base is not going to have as many lands as you, Jackie. But yeah, basically copy a Rog Silas mana base into this deck. You can also look at other like bracket 4 Muldrotha lists. They will almost certainly be on Hermit Druid as well, and they will also probably have good mana bases. But yeah, here you go. Here's your bracket. Here's your turn 4 win. I drew my entire deck on turn 4. Hoggers W. Does this feel like the overhaul you wanted? Because this is me handing you like kind of a nuclear bomb here. This is quite like, this is a very... This is gonna be you testing exactly how much when people at your store say bracket 4, what they mean. And make sure, cool, this is exactly what we wanted. Awesome. Make sure to goldfish these combo lines and play this deck by yourself a decent bit, and so you understand how the deck plays. Because the main thing you're going to lose out to is I have given you a bunch of combos you don't quite know, and I have chalked you to the gills with tutors. So make sure to play but this deck has basically no interaction in it. So this is the perfect kind of deck to just goldfish by yourself. just play games by yourself, see what feels good, see what feels bad. If you, at any point, when I'm done with all of these, I post them as threads in the Discord. If at any point here if at any point while you're goldfishing you have questions or you want to know some other combos, just ask and I'll give them to you. All right. That is another deck down at the rate of very slowly. I'm trying to get through. Okay. Who do we still have here? Ruby, you are here, right? Ruby is present. Because Ruby is next on my list of people. Is Ruby present? Yes. Okay, Ruby. Ruby. For the people who are still here, we're gonna do Ruby, then we're going to do Crouton, and then we are ending on you, Stone. I think Stone is out for now, so it's probably good that we're ending on him. All right, let me get over to Ruby's list. You can get over to that really, really, really fast. I wonder how many people actually get the stupid reference that I'm making. Chowda! This Greek boy pussy's got me questioning my loyalty to Rome. Just like a really old ass shit post. Oh, that's right. All right, you guys are really testing like how much high power does Wise Hoopu play. You're gonna learn. I've fucked around with some bullshit in my time. My time on this earth. I have fucked around. I have found out. All right, we are playing Cassandra. Do we have special tags? Yes, we do. All right. Here is our Cassandra list. Let's read off what Ruby has for us. Boros, Voltron that likes infinite combats. I don't know if it's the deck, but I definitely overextend myself and make myself the arch enemy. I run out of steam and then I die. All right. So we're playing Cassandra for Boros Infinite Combats. Back just in time for Voltron Game. This is bracket 4 Voltron Gaming. This is shithead Voltron Gaming. If anyone wants to read our fun primer, Cassandra the Eagle Bear has left her small home. Is this the lore in Assassin's Creed, or is this just a thing that you wrote for fun? I refuse to read enough of this to know what to learn from this. You have to tell me, Ruby. Oh, that's less fun. That's still fun. I still like that. Oh, you've mapped everyone out. Okay, we've been mapped to specific things. All right. Here is our adrenaline. Gotta go faced. We have Ancient Tomb, which does not cast our commander. We have Arcane Signet, which also does not cast our commander. We have Gentle Caverns, which does cast our commander. I will count it as ramp because you're basically right. Same with that and that. I don't understand why Esper Sentinel is adrenaline, but okay. Fuck it. Card draws ramp. It's more resources. That's all that matters. More resources. Who cares what resources? It's more resources. That's all that matters. In life, really, all that matters is that it's more resources. Pure Steel Paladin. Can't leave home without it. Yes, Sigarda's Aid gets the same treatment as all these guys. Probably true. Soul Ring. Okay, so I understand why haste is nice. You already had haste, but I understand that it's a legendary artifact, so you draw a card, right? It's whenever creature you control with a legendary equipment. Is Adrenaline supposed to be ramp and a card draw? Because this is a pitiful amount of card draws. This is all the card draw. I might. Cassandra draws like some cards. I don't think Cassandra draws like 1, 2, 3 draw spells in the whole, or 4 draw spells in the whole deck cards. All right, Sting is here because he's vibing. We've got Sword of Ice and Fire. We got so is this card draw? I guess this is also card draw, which is making me much more scared to look at the rest of the deck. Ramp, and a card that should have never been printed. Infamous Mythos. Alright, so our Infamous Mythos is just ways we win the game. Unblockable. Okay, alright, it seems like I have to read this. Okay, welcome ancient Greece circa 431 BCE as, Peloponnesia. The Peloponnesian wars begin. Our commander, Cassandra Eaglebearer, has left her small hometown of Kefalonia, I'm going to guess that that's right, to begin her odyssey and reunite her family. Throughout her journey, Cassandra will meet and recruit many allies to her crew and upgrade King Leonidas the First. Oh, her spear, her grandfather's spear. In this, oh, okay, King Leonidas the First, her grandfather's spear. Got it. In the playthrough deck, the legendary mythos will opt for a warrior build with a focus on damage and attacks over everything else, or anything else. Use the legendary Spear of Leonidas to summon Phobos, activate Bull Rush and Revelation when put in a pinch, and fill up your adrenaline meter to use other skills as they become available throughout the game. Hit your opponents with Cassandra's overpowered attacks to inflict massive damage. Tap into Cassandra's unique Isu blood and achieve Eris Madness, and send havoc throughout the Aegean and become the legendary Eagle Bearer. Perfect. I'm so sorry. Mythios? Mythios? I'm gonna, so if you haven't figured this out yet, my brain picks the way to pronounce something and just goes for it. And that's how it's pronounced now. The way that I pronounce something is very rarely related to how it is spelled. Oh, Mystios? Yeah, I was never getting that. Mystios. Okay, I was never getting that in a million years. Okay, so infamous Mystios. Is this just our extra combat effects? I need some help with what these tags are, because I'm getting extra combat, unblockable, free cast card draw, double strike is a combat, I guess. I'm confused by our tags. All these cards feel good in this deck. It's just I'm confused by our tags. I need a walkthrough. Lands are these super important cards in the deck. Okay, if that makes sense. I feel like Brotherhood's regalia is has been put in a place that it does not deserve to be, judging by everything around it. But yeah, I get it. It's unblockable for Cassandra. So here's a question. I'll finish reading through the deck. Malaka. Okay, this is our protection. Whenever it becomes tapped, it gets stuff. I'm gonna go with this as protection, because this feels like protection. You really don't want to get bored wiped, friend. Okay. You've got it, friends. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card. Okay, now we're playing this again. Mithril Coat, Worm's Chant, Pet Exile, Plaza of Heroes. This card fucks, by the way. More people need to play Plaza of Heroes. This card is crazy insane. When it got released, everyone's like, this is going to replace Command Tower and everything. It's going to be $1 million. And they were right when they said that. And yet then no one bought any. It became like $6. I think it's back up to $10 again. It's $7. This card's insane. Like, especially for its price, this card will do this is a Rainbow Land almost every deck. And like this last line of text, this pay 3 tap exile, very, very relevant. I've almost felt bad how often this has just been in my mana base, no one has noticed, and it just won me the game. Like, I feel like I'm obscuring an important portion of my board state. It has been so powerful. So, like, for anyone who's not on this shit, get on this shit. This shit fucking fire. All right, Reprieve. Oh, I need to put the deck in the deck list in the chat. Sorry. For everyone, here is our deck list. Waka waka waka. In the deck list. There you go, friends. Reprieve, Sundering Eruption, Swords to Plowshares, very super. You really don't want to fucking get board wiped. I understand. It was always Jite. You could also run Lost Jite. Okay, well, I'll get into my recommendations in a second. More protection, more protection, more protection. This is like protection and removal. Okay, I like this section. Man at Arms. Tutors. I'm going to assume that these two go get Pure Steel Paladin. Am I correct in that assumption? I would like a Pure Steel Paladin. Please give it to me. Oh, I pinned your comment instead because I'm stupid. I'm so sorry. Thanks for pointing that out. There you go. When I was going for Shieldred. I can't read. There you go. They do. Oh, okay. You're being versatile with your tutors. Sure. Yeah. Sometimes it gets Stoneforge Mystic when you need an equipment and you're like playing correctly. It's probably good. And these are ways to get back things that get destroyed. Okay, so our only infinite combo. Oh, okay. No. We've got Aggravated Assault plus Reaver Cleaver, and then we have Helm of the Host plus Aurelia. Our two infinite combos. Is there any reason we're not running the other Helm of the Host infinite dudes? Infinite extra combat dudes. Just like the Port Razors and the Combat Celebrants and all that jazz. Oh, my butt. I gotta shift because my ass is slowly becoming one with the chair. Slowly sinking into my existence. Feast of Famine plus Aggravated Assault. If you get a lot of mana, you gotta get a lot of mana for that. Like, I don't doubt your ability to do that, but this is bracket 4. We're trying to be snappy. So my main comments are going to be at bracket 4. You're saying that you usually are way out in front, though. So it sounds like you're playing the kind of bracket 4. It's like, I sure do have 3 game changers. So if this deck is running way out in front and then like kind of getting slammed back to the Stone Ages, I can understand the 8 million protection spells. And the like code, yeah, you have so many codes. All right, let me play through the deck. Let's see how this plays. I bet it plays pretty well. I bet it plays pretty well as a Voltron commander. I bet it's not the best infinite combo deck. That would be my guess here. So let's see how that plays. This is not good enough. I said not good enough, and then I hit play test. This is not good enough. She's a 3-drop and get Jite. If I have to discard a hand size, I've got a Forge Anew. I'll try this. Actually, I don't have both my colors. Never mind. We're gonna ship this hand. We'll go to 6. Oh my god. Okay. No, I can't afford. I'll use that as a redraw. We'll put this on the bottom. Okay. Draw. Play land. Draw. Never didn't have it. Imagine being punished. Sounds like bad. Only bad players are ever punished. Am I right, chat? Imagine being punished for the consequences of our actions. This also says go get the Spear of Leonidas when it enters, right? Search for the Spear of Leonidas, put it straight onto the battlefield. Do I equip it to her? No, it's just on the battlefield. Still really good, okay. Spear of Leonidas. Take the spear. This is loot. Okay. Untap. Land. Rack. Go get. I'm assuming. Do I have plateau? Yo! I love players who proxy things. It makes deck testing so much fucking easier. I am gonna play a Conqueror's Flail. And I'll explain this in a second. I'm gonna equip the spear. This is gonna be evident in a second. Is that I'm going to attack. I'm gonna discard 2. I'm gonna draw 2 new cards. And I'm assuming it's turn 4. I have a free attack here. Ooh, real plateau. Hell yeah. Mine's an SP one for $180. Mine that I currently have is not the best condition, but I try to get all my dual lands in my CDH deck signed, and so I got a signed plateau, which is sick. We did a straight trade for it. All right, so the reason I did what I did last turn is because now I can cast this Forge Anew, and it will get back that Sword of Feast and Famine. Then I can equip the Sword of Feast and Famine, and then I can also equip the Conqueror's Flail and tell everyone to fuck off. Technically, I equipped the Conqueror's Flail first, and then I did the Sword of Feast and Famine there. We are just shy. So we're just shy on mana is the problem of having been able to do all of this and get the Aggravated Assault on turn 5 here. But it's fine, right? We attack. What would I do here? Do I summon Phobos? Probably not. We'll just assume that I clock someone upside the head really hard. We do double strike. And then I know that I'm gonna win on my next turn, and that Conqueror's Wail's got me secure, so I'm just gonna not play anything. We are going to assume that this Galadriel's Dismissal is enough to get me to the next turn. And then turn 6. 1, 2, 3. I play Aggravated Assault. And then I give this Double Strike. And then I'm able to go infinite after that. Because I can... Oh no, this is activated only as a sorcery. Oh shit. Okay, I did not play this. I played a One Ring last turn. And I drew a card. And then this turn I'm going to draw 2 more cards. Okay. I played so many things differently. I have a Galadriel's Dismissal currently in my hand. God, that makes life way more difficult. This really wants us to have a lot of mana. We really gotta... I guess we're just trying to hit our land drops until turn 5, which I have not been able to do because we've had a really... We had a really greedy starting keep. Like, we're still killing a player this turn, right? Don't get anything wrong. We are killing a player this turn. All right. Yeah, so I think that confirms my suspicion. That seemed to me... I play tested a probably overly strong bracket 3 Voltron deck, where I definitely I had someone near dead on that turn 4, on that turn 5, and then I definitely killed someone on that turn 6. Somebody died on that turn 6. I think technically I could have gotten 2 people dead, but on that turn 6, somebody surely dies. Because I can still first main phase. I can play the Wrecking Ball and the Aggravated Assault, equip the Wrecking Ball, attack with it, get Double Strike, and then activate for 1 extra combat. So I probably have 2 players dead. Which is a really good example of, this is a good Voltron deck. This is not an awesome infinite combat deck. But if we make this a good infinite combat deck, Cassandra is going to be a lot less important. Does that make sense? Because Cassandra does not go infinite, is the main thing here. So if we want Cassandra to be the center of the show, our little starlet, then I don't think we should cut the infinite combat stuff. I think it's fine as a way to end the game. I just it's probably this is as much as we're doing. We also definitely should be running Genji gloves. Genji glove, whatever. Let's disable tag so I can find things. We should probably be running this. I feel like this is good. We want extra combats. Oh, I guess the Spear of Leonidas is already giving us double strike. Alright, fine. I mean, it lets us choose the other setting. I do like discard 2, draw 2. Meh. Probably fine. I will recommend to you one of my favorite little packages that I've been loving for Voltron is Lost Jite, Pip-Boy, and Dousing Dagger. Let me switch these over to value. So Lost Jite at a minimum. You should run the Lost Jite at a minimum. Because Legendary Artifact, check. It's ramp. It can give that little extra oomph to your commander to just make it just big enough. And then I feel like target creature can't block this turn, especially with the extra combats you're taking, is actually really important. This feels really good with all the extra shit you're doing. And it's a legendary. So this one, absolutely, you should run this. This card's shit cracked fire. Flamin' hot. Flamin' hot fire. Here's my girl's number. Psych! That's the wrong number. Yeah, then we have Pip-Boy 9000. This does not give you. This gives you some more filtering to go with all of your stuff. We still got that like little oomph on power if you need, and then we've got this nice little rent package on here with the untapped 2-target lands. This helps with that, like, I do more things on my second main phase. Really helps with all of the like stuff you want to hold up, right? You're wanting to hold up a Boros Charm and a Reprieve and an Untimely Malfunction and Swords to Plowshares and Teferi's Protection and Orum's Chant. And I don't know why Silence isn't here, but Silence should be here. And Silence. And this Silence that you were running. So this really helps with all of this. This is like, these both help with like holding those up because you really want to play a lot of things on your first main phase. Ooh, I can look at the considering. Oh yeah, I can quickly look. Hexing Sculpture is going to really depend on your play group. Curse of Opulence is almost certainly good. Oh dear God. How do I evaluate this magic card? I have never in my life seen this card played. Like, this isn't to say that it's good or bad. It's $20, so someone's playing it. So someone thinks this is good, but I don't have a frame of reference to tell you if I think it's good or not, because I have never seen it before. In my mind, it plays really well with Leonidas. It plays well if you can do so. And this maybe makes the 2-mana artifacts a little weird, because what you want, there's just not enough density of them at 2 mana. Because like the ideal here, right, is that you play like Pure Steel Paladin into Cassandra so that you can immediately equip the spear. But like that's not gonna happen. Also, like you want to have Metalcraft to do that. So like, but then if you have that, then Aether Spark's awesome because just on turn 4, then you have Double Strike with your Aether Spark. The turn 4 you play, you plus your Aether Spark, you attack with Double Strike, you put 7 counters on it. Next turn you have a ton of mana. So like, I like that idea, but in the real world of the game we just played, it seems much more likely that on turn 4 I have 4 mana, and 2 of it really wants to equip a Spear of Leonidas, like real bad. So I play this on turn 5, and then it's actually usable. Like I can do it to do a good thing on turn 6. That's just not. That doesn't feel very strong to me. That feels really slow, especially for the kind of speed we're gonna want out of this. You should play this card. This card's fucking insane. This is a crazy fucking magic card. The crazy fucking magic card, especially when your commander represents 6 mana value of historic permanence all by itself, because it's a 3-drop and then it goes and gets a 3-drop and it puts it into play. Here, I get to modify. This is coming in. With the main deck. No. Alright, we are playing bracket 4. Normally, I would generally say Hexing Culture is a good card in bracket 4. What kind of bracket 4 do you play? Do we play like this is basically CDH and I have a bunch of free counter magic that I have to deal with all the time? Or this is seeming like a much more casual bracket 4, where it's like, yeah, we have like 3 and we're 3 game changers and we're definitely using some of the stronger combos. You've got strong combos in here. But like, there's not like big stack wars and stuff. There's not like we're compiling our Ristic studies and we're playing fast mana. Like that does not seem like that's really what we're doing here. Is that a correct assessment that there's not a ton of counter magic and there's not a ton of fast mana? None of that's really happening. Because if we don't have any of that, I am not super on board with Hexing Sculpture. There's a lot of counters. Okay, then I'm down with Hexing Sculpture. Hexing Sculpture, totally good then. Hexing Sculpture is one of those cards that's either fuck crazy or completely useless. No. Whenever there's another non-token creature you control dies, is equipped or enchanted, am I missing that this does something special? Or is there like a special loop that we're doing? I am confused. Why do we want this? Like Stoneforge Mystic? Like you can rewrite your recruiters. I'm not sold. I am not sold by this card. This feels like the kind of card that would be good if you did like Elk's whole like Felia thing that Elk likes to do. Then there's like ETB rebuys that are all nice, but like this does not do that. So I don't like this card. You already have double strike. Normally, love Halvar. Normally love Halvar. Big fan of Halvar. You have double strike. You have a Spirit United. There's like you have a weirdness to your a lot of cards that are normally quite good, as especially at high level Boros Voltron, are just like kind of useless because you always have this card. So you always have a double strike. I am aware that giving you double strike then unlocks Revelation, which is like a pretty decent ability. Like I'm pretty down with Revelation as an ability, but I don't think that it justifies running a 4-drop. Plain and simple. Or is it free? It free equips? 4 mana. No, because we're gonna run Arden. I have found you a better Halvar. What do you think of my better Halvar? I think that he is pretty cool. Would you like a better Halvar? That yeah, I if we want more free equipping, which I definitely could see in that last playtest, especially if you end up on like drawing a lot with her plan. You can't escape Arden because you're playing equipment decks. You must play Arden. Lightning's probably good. In the realm of lightning, we should also probably play Jeska, Thrice Reborn. Would you like to declare target opponent dead? I would like to declare target opponent dead. Would you like to declare target opponent dead? I sentence you to dead. I sentence you to be killed. This card in my experience in playing Voltron has just been like target opponent fucking dies. Oh, I've an extra combat. All opponents fucking die. Everyone dies. All dead, forever dead, die forever. What the hell do you do? Equip creature attacks. Tap target creature defending creature controls. Put a stun counter on that creature. Mjolnir deals damage to each opponent equal number of tapped creatures that opponent controls. I mean, like, nah. It's legendary. It free equips. I get that. I don't think we want to spend 4 mana on this. This is the same thing with the Aether. The Aether. Like, we're on Commander Damage. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about its trigger. Whenever a creature attacks alone, draw by itself. Hexproof can't be blocked. I like this. I like this if we can consistently cheat its cost. I did add a cost cheat, so let's. I've added 10 trips. Is there anything else? I did add Dowsing Dagger. I added Lost Cheetah, Pip-Boy, and Dowsing Dagger. At the very beginning, I added Dowsing Dagger. Do we not like Dowsing Dagger? You asked me to move on to the consider board before I started talking about Dowsing Dagger in your defense. Dowsing Dagger plus Lost Cheetah is like really, 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 really good. This combination is I cast whatever the fuck I want all the time forever. This is crazy. I've gotten this in my Aurelia deck a couple times, which is supposed to be a bracket 2 deck, and when I get these two out together, it's like I really contemplate the power level of my deck, because people like kill my Aurelia and I'll just have like 3 counters on my Lost Cheetah and be like, I still have 9 mana next turn. Like, I don't fucking care. All right. So those are our ads. I like those ads. What do I not like that's in the deck? I hate all of the 2 mana rocks. Goodbye. So if we go into like the previous concepts of like breakpoints, there's a world where you could say that like actually the way you want to play Cassandra is that you want to play Cassandra on like 5 mana so you can immediately attach the spear. I don't hate that sentiment, but I think it's bad. I just like, you know, where to think it's bad. I think that this deck really just wants to like set up a little bit and get a Cassandra out and then just start equipping shit to Cassandra and beating the shit out of people. I was thinking of cutting them for just straight fast mana. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point you can run straight fast mana and you can find the cuts for that. But for now, we're not going to run bad cards. Just because, like, in the future, they might be good cards. When you start running the good cards, you can have the good cards. How often do we go on the yo, Cassandra is pretty cool, but what if I just played Cloud? Because from my understanding, you want Cassandra to be like the heart and soul of this deck. Cloud does not give a shit about Cassandra. Cloud's like, yo, I know 21 damage was like the original plan, but what if we did 40 damage? What if we had to do 40 damage? I give you free indestructible double strike, which you already had. Sure. So does Cassandra. Also, like, of your 3 swords, I mean, what? You already have a Spear of Leonidas for your swords. Hi, Jimbo. You already have a Spear of Leonidas to double trigger your sword. Like, they don't get the free equips, but you still get the double trigger the swords. And, like, I don't really want to double trigger Feast and Famine. Yeah, my thought process is I don't think I get Iros is here for flavor. Iros gets this stat. We'll keep him here, even though I don't think he's particularly awesome. We are Jimbo. We are reviewing a Boros Voltron Cassandra deck for kind of like bracket 4-ish. Not like I don't know if this deck could compete with the Muldrotha list that we were just looking at. But we're kind of going into that kind of bracket 4 where everyone isn't playing fast mana yet. I want to play bracket 4, but I do not want to buy a Chrome Mox. Mox Opal is $200, and that hurts my oof oof ouchie wallet. He ate my wife. Oh, are you saying that about Iros? Ah. Listen, when you push, I will say if you start pushing into like the kind of bracket 4 that is competing with like the Muldrotha list I was just putting together, you might be getting slowed down because if you have a lot of counter magic, you might be fine. But we might want to like pump the amount. Obviously, fast mana coming in, and we might want to pump more of those like infinite equipment, infinite combos. But right now, I like us highlighting Cassandra, and she's still pretty good. This deck is not bracket 2. This deck will kill a motherfucker on. From that first playtest, I stumbled pretty bad. And I was killing a motherfucker on turn 4, and I was going infinite on turn 6 if I didn't miss a land drop. Oh, I missed like a bunch of Cassandra triggers too. So like, I definitely should have drawn like 4 more cards than I did. So I might have been infinite on turn 6. This deck is an infinite. This is bracket 4. This is an infinite combo deck that is going to eliminate a player early. Like this is. I have no qualms with calling this deck bracket 4. Lightning is a little awkward with double strike from Cassandra, right? Because Cassandra, she's only like 1.5 times damage instead of the 2 times damage we want her to be. Does that make sense? Unless we put the spear on lightning. We can put the spear on lightning, and that makes everyone else's attacks better, but like this isn't the bracket where people are attacking very much. So like I don't even love doing that. I think I'm it's still good. But when she has double strike, she deals 4, so she'll deal 6 instead. If I have 1 sword on her, average I'm getting +2/+2 down here. Oh, here's the answer. I hate Sting. This card sucks. Here's terrible. Your deck hates this card. Like, I get it. It's legendary equipment. I added legendary equipment. I get to take away legendary equipment, and I'm taking away that one. But so if we have a +2/+2, we can either have Cassandra deal 4/12 instead of dealing 8, which is the next breakpoint. If we double strike on this, I'm just not in love with it. I'm just not sold. We do also have an Aether Sword cannon, so like we do have a little toss at the idea of stacks. Like we're not playing fully honestly here. We're not fully racing. we're doing a little shitheadery. 6 more cuts. Yeah, I think lightning is just not here. If we need 6 more cuts, then I'm hemming and hawing at the lightning. Eowyn enters. Exile a thing. Legendary creatures you control gain protection for each of that creature's colors. Okay. Lots of war. I actually think between Cassandra's draw and the loot, how awesome has this felt? His enters target player can't block. Have we gotten to play with this? How does this feel? How good is the target player can't block this turn? I guess is my primary question. I like using the Chandra's Ignition as the one-sided board wipe, by the way. Very, very normally this is just like an everybody dies card. I've never played it, I've never drawn it. I'll let you spend time eventually drawing it then. I am skeptical on it. Especially with 15 instants. Is it until your next turn? Exile top card of your library face down. You may look and play this. Yeah, I don't. I did like it last time with Karlach. Notably, Cassandra has draw on her. Yeah, Cassandra has draw on her. You have Esper Sentinel for draw. You have Pure Steel Paladin for draw. You have Tutors, which is also nice. Right? I'll count the Tutors in a second. We have. This is not draw. This is not draw. This is not draw. This is not draw. We have. Maybe we don't have that much draw. That's not draw. We have this for draw. We have this for draw. That's 5. We have the Spear of Leonidas that's always available, also is looting. The 6. We have 6 draw effects with a draw effect in the command zone and Leonidas, and we're and then we also on top of that have how many tutors? 1. Isn't this a tutor? Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 7. We have 7 tutors on top of that. I think I'm okay with just killing it. Buster Short. Oh yeah, I missed Buster Short's draw. Yeah, if you really don't, I think I'm down to kill this. And if you really feel like the deck is low on draw, just add like a Mask of Memory. I would rather have an equipment-based draw effect in this deck than I would have a creature-based draw effect. Especially since equipment-based draw effects are gonna probably be capitalizing on this double strike and are gonna give me cards in hand, which is longer-term value. Where like Karlach, we were avoiding an equipment hand specifically, so like alternative forms of draw are more valuable in that respect, you know? So I did like it a whole lot in Karlach though. Also, also, we're in bracket 4. I am suspect that you will have a much easier time getting through in this deck than you did in Karlach. Because Karlach's bracket 3, we are expecting people to be playing to the board a lot more. I expect you to only need to get through a few creatures here. Not like a ton of creatures. No, I'm still leaving in like the Regalia and the Bilbo's Ring just in case we do actually like we have some substantial board resistance we need to overcome. These are still like this is not without, yeah, we still have some. But it's just like I feel like that no one can block mode is a little less powerful. Gishath in bracket 4 sounds hilarious to me. But yeah, Be'lakor, yeah, so this is like yo, we're gonna play Battle Cruiser Magic, but really strong. Okay. I still think that we're probably fine because like our swords will help us there. Plus, this Excalibur making our commander much bigger will also help a lot with that. Trying to come up with our last. Oh, you're totally fine. I get to the fun part of the fun of this is me slowly sussing out what are your preferences and your playgroup's preferences as we go through all of this. I get to kind of slowly suss you out as a player. I'm gonna kill Freya Crescent. I don't think this card is quite good enough. I think it sequences nicely, which is nice. But I just don't know if a Mana Dork is just like enough. 2 more cuts. Deck is so... Chrome Mox would be better. If you get a Mox Diamond Chrome Mox, I'll let you find your cuts for those effects as you buy them. 3 more cuts. I'm going to do 2 more, and then 1 more is for you whenever you want to. The wise Hoopo understands. My wisdom, it extends beyond me. Reaches beyond me into you. Ugh. Anyone? Ugh. God, you guys are really sending me these like nice lists that are very optimal, and I'm just trying to add like slight. It's hard when things get this good. Hi, Stone. It's okay. We're gonna do our new person, and then we're gonna finish off on your deck. I do need 2 more cuts here. What are anyone? We've had a couple people weighing in with their opinions on what bracket 4 Voltron looks like. Do we have any of those opinions extend into cuts? Yeah, this is a well-built deck. I think it's a little like the bracket 4 that I tend to play. This is probably not going to be good enough, but from the sounds of what you play, this is probably quite strong. The Shuriken. Oh yeah, this thing sucks. Bye bye. I had to read that card when I was going through your deck list. That means it's terrible. I know all the good cards. I liked pumping your commander to a 7/7. I do think that that's probably quite good. The equipped creature is a 7/7. It can't be blocked by power 2 or less. With a multifaceted the Hoopu with a multifaceted ingenuity. Is there something this makes your commander a 7/7 and it can't be blocked easily? I like this card. I think this card's fine. It equips for a cajillion billion jillion. There's like 3 mana for your commander, which is like not awesome, but it's not terrible. I am also discounting the equip cost on. We have how many ways to get around equip? We have. I'm just spitting out cards. It is definitely one of the less good cards. I wanted to keep it in for identity, but if you want to kill it, then I am down to kill. We can kill the Wrecking Ball. I've also cut a decent number of equipment, and I've added a decent number of equipment, but I want to keep you roughly equipment neutral. I guess you always have access to your legendary equipment. Do you always have Leonidas? All right, we'll kill this. Bye, Wrecking Ball. Bye bye. All right, everyone. Let's do our playtest. Let's see if I broke the deck or fixed the deck. Let's see. I'll ship this hand. Of course. Thank you for coming and joining. I hope you've had a good time. It seems that we've chat's been a little. I love the decks that we've gone through so far. Yeah, I didn't keep the greeting hand, but thank you for coming and joining. I like this hand. This hand's good. What do I want to do here? All right, well, let me draw. Steel Shaper's Gift. Oh goodness, I've just been asked what are all my favorite toys. I'm gonna Steel Shaper's Gift. What do we Steel Shaper's Gift for here? I'm thinking blind. I just Steel Shaper's Gift for the Reaver Cleaver. That feels it's Reaver to me. It's Reaver Cleaver or Buster Sword. True, I do need to goldfish 25 times. We're all gonna goldfish 25. I'm gonna get the Reaver Cleaver to start here. Next turn. Buster or Hearth and Home? I can do Bust. I'll get Buster Sword right here because I'm gonna crack this and I'm gonna play the Stoneforge Mystic. I was gonna go Reaver Cleaver into Buster Sword. Oh, mountain. Buster. Oh, okay. Getting the Hearth and Home, and you just keep blinking the Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, I'll put the Reaver Cleaver back. I'll get the Buster Sword and the Hearth and Home then. I get what you're putting down now. That you're like, and then you kind of just loop them back and forth, and then the Buster Sword keeps casting the thing you get off the Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. I am then going to untap. I'm actually just going to play a Surveil land here, put it in the graveyard, and cast a... Oh, we're kind of a little awkward. I, last turn, got a Plains, because I'm a smart person. Right, chat? I'm super smart, and I got a Plains because I know what I'm doing, and I know how to play the game. So the reason I'm wanting to do this, I'm going to get the Grand Abolisher out, and I want to get the Hammer of Nizan out, and then I'm going to just go Buck Wild on the turn that I can play Cassandra. So now we play Hammer of Nizan, and we use the Hammer of Nizan to say, please stay away from my Grand Abolisher, so you can never fuck with me ever again. And then we top deck a land. Fuck. I play Cassandra. I don't top deck a land, but I go get the Leonidas. Sphere of Leonidas. And now we have the infinite combo piece here. It'll automatically equip, which is Citadel. I then can immediately attack. I just want to draw 2 cards, so I'm going to hit twice. Yeah. That's the idea, is that the hammer free equip, so we're going to go that route first. And then we're going to biff on lands. But that's fine. We're going to discard this to hand size. Untap. Gosh, darn it. Very awkward. I will play a Sword of Hearth and Home, which will auto-equip. We're just getting really awkward with our land drops here. This is another turn 6, and it's just not quite there. Do we play the Hearth and Home? I guess no, we don't play the Hearth and Home. We play the Buster Sword. I play the Buster Sword, yeah. We attack, we get the double strike again. On first hit, we draw, cast a Sword of Hearth and Home. And then I will draw, cast this Reaver Cleaver, seems good. And I will also get 2 lands. I feel like I've made a mistake at some point here, but this is turn 6. This is a stronger turn 6 than we had the last time, because we're winning the game next turn. So that's good. Because we're gonna go into combat next turn, and we're gonna play the Aurelia, and then we're gonna go into combat, and we will off our Buster Sword, get the Helm of the Host, and then our next combats will go infinite. So we've got turn 7 infinite this time. Guaranteed. We definitely killed a player there. I would say that, well, the first 2 attack is on turn 4. I would generally assume that in bracket 4 on turn 4, I probably have an open attack. After that, we are attacking with a double strike 5/4. If we are unconvinced on that metric, if I don't think I'm getting in with a double strike 5/4, instead of the Buster Sword, I'd play the Sword of Feast. I'd play the Sword of Hearth and Home first, and then we would still have win on this turn. Either way, that's always going to happen. I just probably didn't kill someone on that turn. Then is the difference. But between Hearth and Home, yeah, I between protection from green and white in the level that we apparently have a Gishath player we're up against at this level. I would generally assume that this can hit pretty almost certainly. I'd be really surprised if I did not have an open attack here. That would be my my thought process. But you are right. I might not have the Buster Sword hits, but I almost certainly have the Hearth and Home hits. Isn't any sort of evasion with equipments? There is the Hearth and Home has evasion. It's protection from green and white. And then the next turn is we have obviously the next turn we set up we've got Reaver Cleaver Busters. We have Reaver Cleaver and these, and then this has flying. So yeah, we have lots and lots and lots of evasion after that. I would assume that we're kind of just like it's kind of like Voja, we're like bracket 4 Voja, where we're like it's more like we're playing really stompy Magic that's really fast. I will say that we're still stumbling on lands a bit, but I think that's more just the happenstance of my draw, judging by your land count. But that could be a thing to watch out for. Because I will say that was a really easy turn 6 if I had not shit-fucked my land drops. I hadn't started fucking up my land drops at that point. Because then on turn 5, we would have attacked with the Sword of Hearth and Home, blinked, gotten Buster Sword into play, and then we would have next turn been able to play Aurelia, because we would have gotten 2 blanks. We would have been able to done the play Aurelia thing and Buster Sword thing on turn 6 instead, which looks a lot better. So that is notable that we like missing the land drops really was contributing to our problem there. I think this Ruby, what's your opinion? Does the deck feel a little better, a little cleaner, little? I'm shaving seconds off here because I think you have done a really good job here. But hopefully I've shaved off that. It seemed like this deck has a little bit of a tail, and sometimes when it came out into that tail, it kind of got cut off. And hopefully I've lessened that big long tail. That's the hope that I've done here, is that I've lessened that tail there. So you've got less time to get kind of caught out, where like you've killed a player maybe, but you haven't killed both players and you don't have infinite yet, or all 3 players and you don't have infinite yet. Hopefully that last playtest felt a little bit more like, okay, I've killed 1 player and then I immediately run over to this infinite that I have. I will say your deck does a really good job of also keeping people off its turn, which is really important for this kind of deck. Ugh. All right. Is this all good? Do we like the state of this, Ruby? Feel good? Feel better? Yeah, both the playtests feel the same. I feel I hopefully I can try and run another playtest if you want to. I think though these ads will just help. Like I said, with that, it seems like this deck's early game I can't really fix a lot because I think it's really tight. It's got a really tight early game that's kind of hard to deal with. We can go for another land. I can add one. But it's the from your complaint, what I would think happens is you kill 1 player and maybe even the second player, but you get caught out there because you kind of have this 3-turn drag to kill everyone. And hopefully this helps clean up that you get to that first kill. Instead of dragging out to get to the next 2 kills, you get the first kill, and then just the next turn, everybody dies. I hope this helps accomplish that task. And yes, we can try to get another land in here. What do we want? Anything special that we're missing? Do we have all our fetch lands? Yep. You're going to want our Wooded Foothills now. Fair. 1 cut for a land. Oh, we have... Oh, goodness. I kind of want to cut the Winds of Abandon because I felt myself having a lot of trouble getting to 6 mana. Like, I think Winds of Abandon is a really strong Magic card, don't get me wrong, but judging by the fact that we're adding a land here, I think we're having a lot of trouble getting to 5/6, I think it might be good to cut a 6-drop. Because this card in its 2-mana setting is like fine. So I love Winds of Abandon, and if you find yourself consistently able to get to 6 mana, you can get it back in here. But right now, I felt hard pressed to get to Aurelia, and I felt hard pressed to get to Winds. Chandra's Ignition is a one-sided board wipe. We only give a shit about one of our creatures. This is actually not. This is just 5 mana one-sided board wipe. This is not actually here as its normal task of I play Chandra's Ignition, everybody dies. This is I play Chandra's Ignition, you don't have any blockers, I kill you. Yeah, I thought it was fun because you don't see. It almost feels like the intended purpose for Chandra's Ignition, but you don't see it played that way very often anymore. Which is so it's fun whenever you get to see that. All right, Ruby. I hope that there was much less for me to be able to. You have been sending me good lists. It's hard for me to. I'm trying to get my little bits in for you, but these are well done. So it's hard to modify them too much. All right. Do we still have Crouton? Are you still here? Crouton. Is it Crouton or Crouton? I don't know. Are you still here? You paid me so long ago. Our new sub. Are you still here? I think you were like Graham Cracker or something in the chat. You're our next deck. Hello. I scream into the void. Everyone help try and find him. I know he was here earlier. S'more, it's S'more Dude. You're S'more Dude in here. Are we here? Did we lose you? It's been a hot second. Crouton. Elvor Wolfkiss Saga's deck looking. Hell yeah, I'm excited. No! The void! He started. He's been waiting for so long. Are we? I want to wait for a second. If not, Stone, are you here? Have you gotten home yet? Because I also think we're waiting for Stone to actually get home. Those are our last 2 deck lists. If not, we can continue bashing our head against trying to make this a little better. Hello! Crouton! S'more! Are you there? Stone, are you there? Yeah, I'll start working on it, and hopefully Stone's here. All right, if Crouton shows up or S'more Dude shows up while I'm opening Stone, we will do his. Technically, the new person is supposed to be the last person, anyways. But I also knew that Stone was out. I feel bad. They subscribed at the beginning of the stream. I wanted to be able to get to their deck. All right, let me get stuff up and running. Ugh. Me moment. Stone it is. Yeah, Stone, we're going to do you first, it seems. And hopefully S'more Dude shows up. It is. I think it's a banger deck. Oh, 1 second. Property itch. Error occurred. Are we for real here? Life is pain. Okay, well we'll do the list straight up instead. I will exist in Architect for you because apparently Moxfield is upset. And then when we get to modifying the deck list, we'll figure that out. We'll get there when we get there. Only do so much. All right. A banger deck of frog. We are playing some PEH. Stone has decided to go after my heart here. by making a River Hoopu CDH deck. Bold of you to assume that I have not already done this. So you're being compared to some top tier talent. All right, friend. I got high expectations for you, for this powerhouse of a commander. All right, let's read our primer. Win comes via a 4-card combo consisting of a land that taps for more than 1 blue mana, a Tim. If anyone does not know what Tim is, we will look at Tim in a moment. Anything that says pay 1 to untap target permanent, as well as the famously fair magic card freed from the real. Yeah, so it's anything that taps to untap a permanent, freed from the real, 1 blue mana on a land. We will dig for this combo with an ungodly number of impulse effects, as well as a transmute card, Drift of Phantasm. Yep. They can get one of any part of our combo, as well as step through they can get our Tim or our Untapper. This is a Pauper Commander deck. Feel free to make suggestions, as I've requested tuning help. The tuning help would be appreciated. Made this because I wanted to use the signed Hoopo. I appreciate it. Here's a key function as emergency card draw, as well as sitting there and looking pretty. Side note, if you haven't made an Architect account, the card that we cannot see right now is the Hoopu that I sent him. I can, let me see if I can, oh wait, no, I can't. I cannot pull up the card. I have the picture, I just don't know how to pull it up in OBS right now. Here, 1 second. Let me try and Akon's run, it's the Lurgoyf. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. Everyone, here is our commander. Here is our commander, everybody. Alright, so yes, this is a pretty actually well-known combo. I have learned. I thought it was cool and nifty. Apparently, this is a well-known combo to the Pauper EDH community. I will be sending out your signed Hoopo tomorrow. I know a bunch of you have been waiting for a bit. I am very sorry. I have not been able to. I sent the pictures of them yesterday. I'll be going to the post office tomorrow. I pretty promise. So they'll be sent out tomorrow. Yes. So normally, the normal way you do this in Pauper, if anyone wants to know, if you want to know the good version, this is the good version. This is the good version of our wonderful bird, and by good I mean terrible. Doesn't even have flying. Truly terrible. Man, can't even gain life. Who wants an extra land in play? Sounds stupid and bad. So we've chosen the superior version, obviously. That has flying. Also, look at this pathetic stack line. Not even power. Much better stat line. Just saying. All right, for those of us who do not know what a Tim effect is, this is a Tim effect. Where's Tim? We should show. This is Tim, everyone. Say hi to Tim. I actually don't know why his name is Tim, but this is Tim. Oh, we were playing this again. I mean, it should. In my experience with building this deck, it is like a turn 6 combo deck. It's not. It is Pauper, but it's not that bad actually. You've added the additional step of. Actually, I think I also use Tim's. Gretchen is envious. Gretchen, imagine. Oh, it's a Monty Python reference. Okay. I know that there is the Monty Python Tim, but it was called Tim before we had the Monty Python Tim. The Monty Python Tim is named after this being called Tim. Though, or the card at least. This might be still called Tim because of Monty Python. So our basic combo, I say basic combo, our convoluted ass combo is going to be a Vizier of, do we have tags to categories? Categories. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So we're going to run one of these effects and one of these effects. And if we chain these, so if I put a Freed from the Real on a clever conjurer, then I can untap a land infinite number of times, which doesn't actually do anything. But if the land is specifically named, I think the only one that's available is Simic Growth Chamber. If the land is specifically Simic Growth Chamber, or if we enchant a land to tap for extra mana, we'll get to that. Then you make infinite mana, which then gives you infinite untap, so you then can infinitely untap a Tim and you can win the game that way. Or you can draw your the typical way that you would do this, like the best way to do this, is that you have the Free from Real, you have the Clever Conjurer, you have the land that taps for, hopefully, if you can get it to tap for 2 blue mana and or green mana, then you can make, actually, no, it just needs to tap for additional mana. So you untap this infinitely, you make infinite, if you make infinite blue mana, then you can draw your entire deck with River Hoopoe, and then you can get the Viridian Longhorn, and you can cast it, and then you can activate the Conjurer infinite times, so you can kill your whole opponent. So, if River Hoopoe is load-bearing in the deck, you do need to play it, because if you do not already have a Tim out, this is how you're going to find your equipment Tim. Alright, here's our bird song. I hope everyone has been walked through our Today is really the day of convoluted, stupid-ass combos, aren't we? We've just been having a fun time with combos today. Really big combo day. You do. It's good. So the big thing about the longbow thing is if you actually have Simic Growth Chamber, you're not going up on blue mana, so you can't actually activate the River Hoopoe. You can always do that if you're making 2 blue mana. So you actually do want the various Tims. The various Tims are actually useful. On top of the fact that, like, this is actually, like, not irrelevant removal. like Llanowar Elves and Arbor Elf and all the elves are, like, legal in this format. So just, like, I tap and kill your creature is, like, not... or if, like, with the a Tim plus an untap effect is, like, a pretty legitimate removal engine. Like, you get this, just like I have a Freed for Real on the Conjurers, and I have the Tim, and it's just like I make damage equal to blue mana. Not like a terrible thing to do. Like it's I think it's solid. I think there are more untappers than this though. I don't have the whole knowledge of all of them, but this one feels suspect. I think there are more than this. All right, let's keep looking through the rest of the deck. Sorry, I've been caught up on just this part because I think it's hilarious. Here is our colorful Lancer, our colorful bird. This one's like the best one. Obviously, best untap effect. And then, yeah, so this is the big thing, is that you want to... These are much better than just having the Growth Chamber, is that you can enchant with one of these lands that adds additional colored mana, and these work a hell of a lot better. They also work in the best... I can't untap Tim infinitely without tapping for more than 1 blue, right, though? Yeah. You need the... Oh, yeah. So you always need more than 1 blue. You're totally right. Anyways, this... I've also found in my testing that these kind of give you sometimes like just an Arbor Elf or like one of these land untappers and like Dawn's Reflection can give you enough mana to be like activating the Hoopoe like once or twice a turn cycle and just like getting card advantage. Like I understand it's 10 mana to draw 2 cards, but like listen, we're desperate times call for desperate measures, guys. The desperate times call for desperate measures. Sometimes you gotta go for it. So this is the better part of the plan. And here are our many. Yeah, that's 24 impulse effects. We that's 24 impulse effects. All right, that's impulse. This is our tutor that we're talking about. We're digging. We're desperate. Yeah, the Sigil Starfish. So then you can take your untappers, you can target them at the Sigil Starfish for really incidental card advantage. God, I love Pauper EDH. Pauper Commander's fucking hilarious, and this is why. Like, you just do these, like, derpy, terrible things. These truly god-awful, just like, we're running just, like, some dog-shit strategies here, and it is legitimately the right thing to do. Spire Owl. I did not see this one. Look at the top 4. Sure, fuck it. Okay, so you're really on the dig plan. I think I was on the like middling card advantage plan. You're on the like I am fuck everything in the way. We are finding our goddamn combo pieces, like style plan. I love that the transmute. You actually do have like 2 good tutors too, even though you're in Pauper. We're playing 2 like legitimate ass tutors. Like this is played in CDH, and these are played in CDH. Not all the time, they are played. I kind of love that. Yeah, of what minds? Quick study, winged, dude. Just saying, Gretchen witches. Gretchen could never. No flying, no winged words. Terrible magic card. Yeah, display. Oh, you did the displace loop. Is displace in here? Oh, we'll look down further. Yeah. You have the We also have this alternative combo. I'll walk through the alternative combo too when we get to it. But yeah, Gretchen could never. Terrible magic card, Gretchen Titchwillow. Doesn't even turn on winged words. Lore, I have had to convince so many people of Lore and Revealed. Specifically when I started getting people into Pauper, and I was playing Ephemerate in Pauper. And like I was playing with a lot of like new commander players, and I'm like, I promise that this is arguably the best card in the entire deck. And like every time they play against me, I'd play it for 5 mana, and they'd lose the game. And they'd be like, "It's so bad." And I was like, "You are aware that every time I cast this card, you lose. Like you in the early game, it's always a land, so it doesn't like sit rotted. And then in the late game, if I do get to cast it, you do lose the game." Step through. We're doing step through loops. All right, here's our alternative win. So yeah, we're doing. So this is, you can do it with Displace, or you can do it with Ghostly Flicker. Ghostly Flicker is the better way to do this. If you but yeah, if you can make a creature untap over and over and over again, and then you have the Archaeomancer and the Ghostly Flicker, then you have to make 3 mana every time you're doing this. But if you make 3 mana every time you're doing this, then you infinitely cast the Archaeomancer. Also, very pretty Archaeomancer. Savior's Bond. Return a target human card from your graveyard and target non-human card from your graveyard. I've never seen this. Oh, not a creature. Creature and creature. Why is this a green card? Wait, why is this green? This is a black card. Why is this green? If it said not target human permanent card and non-human permanent card, it'd be a green card. But a creature card, this is green. Yeah, I know. It's hands. I'm aware. I does green have that many? Am I just not thinking right? Return, grave, creature, sorcery, green. Mill. I'm just crazy. Okay. I'm just a crazy person. Okay. Regrowth is permanent. So like target card or target permanent, that's green. Normally, in my mind, creature is hilariously the green effect is better. But like usually creature is in my mind black. But yeah, it's not that like green obviously can't have access to an effect that returns from graveyard. Like that's normal. That's very normal for green to have. It's the fact that this specific, I could have just looked sideways, and this is also here. And this also says return creature. It seems like creature and enchantment is pretty normal. I would normally expect this to say enchantment's normal, just like permanent is normal. I guess I'm just crazy. I can accept that I'm crazy sometimes. Okay. Oh my god, these are pretty, very, very pretty choices. So much fucking counter magic. And then we got the dude ligma these. I'm gonna lignify these nuts. Get ligma in, am I right? I hate myself. All right, but this is God, we get this is like classic commander, just like I lock your commander in a box. Stay in the box. Like you can still very much do this, and I still recommend you play those kinds of cards. But it's just less common now. Then I lock commander. You want to know like what's a good? I'm gonna keep opening Scryfall and closing Scryfall, I swear. But this is Pauper, so you can't play it here. But I'm using this to wax poetical, because I love. You're making me happy, so I'm just talking. This card, if you want to stick people's commander in a box, this card's fucking hilarious. My girlfriend plays this in CEDH. This card is crazy. Crazy work. Crazy strong card. He's frog now. He's frog. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Alright. If commander if someone is mean and stupid mean doo-doo stupid head. Yeah, I think I play like Mana Leak too. Muddle is I guess Muddle just doesn't get anything particularly good, does it? I believe crop rotation is legal, is it not? I think crop rotation is legal. Oh, is it in the maybe board? Did I just miss it? No, it's not in here. There's no crop rotation. Yeah, crop is legal. I would imagine crop. Did I just miss the crop? It's not in the maybe board. Okay, so you found enchantments are like more commonly the way you're going. That's fair. That's totally fair. I've liked crop rotation for mystical archive sanctuary not an insignificant number of times. I think I still would recommend Muddle the Mixture just on its ability to get Fertile Ground. Like it's a counterspell that gets Fertile Ground. I feel like that's still good enough. Alright. We are gonna run into okay, can we let me see if I can get Moxfield to work this time. If not, we're gonna do this the way we did the first time because Moxfield is being a stupid doo-doo head. Coming from URL, we were playing Pop EDH. Check. I think it's this card that's making it so I can't import it over to Moxfield. So we're just gonna go to Skyfall. Skyfall. I think it's because of the custom card that it won't let me do it. I think that's the problem is that the custom card won't let me. You remove the card? Alright, let's see. We can see. I'll go back. I think it's just that it's in the deck list at all. I think that if it's in the deck list at all, it's gonna freak out. If you're willing to delete it for like 30 seconds, could you just if you could take it out of the deck for like just a moment and then add it back? Yeah. I know it's being a pain. Yeah. All right, then it should be good. There we go. Yeah, it was just that. It just doesn't like that. Okay. Now we can do our modifications. All right. My first thought process is I'm pretty sure there are more untap effects than this. Maybe we do colon let's just do untap. Creature. You can sort by EDH rec rank, I guess. You can't just actually run the drag. Yay! Oh, this is untap target creature. You can go through some rigmarole here, but that's already gonna be the card that you need. Activate only once per turn. Oh, this is what I did. I did more untap. Side note, Cruton is still missing, yes. He is still missing here. I do not know where he is. He is fallen off the earth. If he's in the Discord, I don't know if he's in the Discord. If anyone can try and find him. I cannot look at the Discord and the chat at the same time. I would assume that he is Cruton in the Discord. If someone can add him in the chat, I can't look at the chat or in the Discord because I can't look at chat and look at Discord at the same time. We could run more of these. Because it's the stone. You could run like I run like the satyrs as well. Because the thought process is like, because of the Viridian Longbow thing, you can just use Voyaging Satyr can make infinite mana on its own. Just like Arbor Elf can do it. And then you draw your whole deck and you put the Viridian Longbow on it. This one in particular is like really strong. I have found that this one is like, it's like Lotus Cobra, but also a combo engine. Like, this one has been really, 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 really strong. I suppose if you don't need the Tims, they're good. I think that it's still good to run the Tims. I like these because they're still also just like, they're good for that like untap ramp idea. This one in particular, like, gets to act as a Lotus Cobra. Like, this is just straight up a Lotus Cobra. Obviously, it's twice as much mana as Lotus Cobra. That's not like, but it's like, but it also scales with your lands that have enchantments on them. So if you have the lands with enchantments on them, then this taps for like 3 mana every single time. I still like the Tims. I just also like these. I specifically like the 2 mana ones. We're gonna say all your lands are snowlands, okay? All your basics are snowlands, yeah. This one's kind of mid though, even if you do have snowlands. There we go. This one. I like the 2 mana ones that untap any land. Those are the ones that I think are like actually worth playing. I should also be looking for target permanent. Sorry. I get hyper focused and then I forget that I'm also supposed to be looking for other stuff. No, not 3 mana ones. In the words of my own video, my benchmark is 2 mana creature that untaps. You could do Galvanizer, but like, you really need a lot of mana to get this one working. You need a lot of them. I think I also had a loop that used the Rage Worm, or the Ragworm, but I can't quite remember what it is. But this card, I remember this from my Experiment Crage days. So if you play Experiment Crage, this is like insanely good. It's the one that 6 mana, tap, put a 1/1 counter on something, and then you have the activated abilities of all 1/1 counter cards. Same with this one. Like, these are both like big Experiment Crage cards, which is why I knew how to make this deck like off rip. Okay. So we've got those 3. What else? What else? What else? You move to sideboard. You move to sideboard. What else? You've done a pretty decent job here. I'm trying to think of other things that I would tend to do. You've got a lot more defensive idea going on here, which is not necessarily bad. Yeah, I noticed that it imported these 2 in from the sideboard. And then it put everything, it put the maybe board into considering, and it put these in the main board. I don't know why I did that. I like the muddled mixture in the main deck. Weird. Yeah, life is weird. You know, if I understood how technology worked, I would be better at my job. What do I want to do to find those? All right, so now I need 4 cuts here. I will say I love this card. This card fucking so good. It's so good. Every time I've play tested with this card, it's been fucking wild. I still like the big thing I like about the Tims is I do like that they are like, in the meantime, quite strong. Like, they just ping your opponents down as you play. I do actually like, these pair well together. It feels like it's almost not worth playing these untapper effects if you don't have the Tims already there. I have been thinking of running this card in like straight up my actual landfall list sometimes, because it is proven pretty crazy. I've been really thinking about it in my Tatiova deck, my bracket 4 Tatiova deck, just because like, this card plus Gaia's Cradle feels like it's gotta be fucking insane. Like, it's gotta be crazy. I kind of just want to put it together one time just to experience the process. It seems so fucking strong. Elven Farsight. The top card is a creature. Draw card. How many creatures do we have? 18. So the carve card will not be a creature. I don't want to cut too much digging because, like, you really need to be able to dig. Sarah Sanctum. Yeah. You get like a Sarah Sanctum. Yeah, I get it. It's 1 mana. I don't want these 3 cards. I think Preordain is doing that better. Like you have other cards that are doing that better. Honestly, wait. Are we not running Ponder? Ponder's legal, right? I fixed it. I made your card better. I guess no, because you can't shuffle the Ponder. All right, fine. Like, you can shuffle with Ponder, but like I can't. It's hard to get like the 1 card I want off Ponder, maybe 2, and then clear the last one. Yeah. You don't want to shuffle because you're doing a lot of putting stuff on the bottom. So then if you shuffle, you like shuffle it all back in. No. I understood. I understood immediately as soon as I put it in. How is the one fog? I guess it's a pretty devastating fog, but how's the 1 fog? Oh wait, is planar Genesis legal? Planar? No. Okay. Brown. All right. It's our safety blanket. I think I'm probably down removing at least 1 land. I don't really want to remove more than 1 land, but I can remove 1 land. I'm down to remove this card because it's 5 mana. And we've added better versions of it. And then, like always, this is your last card is your last choice. Is your choice. But let us show all of our wonderful watchers how good, how truly amazing you can play Pauper. This is actually a fucking sick ass hand too. Do we have there's not any 1 mana. Does Wildrotha and Utopia Spell not exist? I guess Wildrotha is not good. So the thing. Oh, Utopia Sprawl is legal. Oh, but we don't have. Well, we have dual type lands. Add this to main. Remove 1 of these. I want to run Utopia Sprawl. It needs a forest unless you have an island forest. I like it for the island forests. But you're not running crop rotation. Okay, fine. I'll go. I'll put it. I do think you want the Rimewood Falls though. It just feels good to be able to dizzy spell, right? That hand would have been good if I had it. But I understand the meaning. All right, this hand instead. Okay. Yeah, this is 3 lands. I played just this hand. Okay. Prepare to be whelmed, everyone. I'm gonna cycle this Lorraine's Reveal to go get a Rimewood Falls. Next turn. I'm gonna cast and anticipate. I'm gonna get. Why is this not a Rimewood Falls? Am I stupid? Okay, what's the name of the other one? Shoot. That one. Oh no, I have the island. I'm just, oh my god. This island's in my hand. Okay, let's just shh, be quiet, everyone. I can read my cards. Don't worry about it. I'm really good at this Magic the Gathering game. I hope none of you are doubting the fact that you listen to me consistently for advice on how to play this game. Where's my phone hopper? Basically, yeah. I don't know what focus issues. What are you talking about? All right, turn 4. Land. Tap. Surveil 1. To the bottom. 1, 2. Look at top 4. 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'll make more mana. I cannot find a way to make more mana on a single lens thing. Bottom of my library. 1, 2. And play a wager. There it is. Oh, that's my untap. I just need. I'm so close. You can tell you get so close. I don't need that. The bottom of the library. 1, 2. I'm gonna play the owl. 2, 3, 4. I'll leave that one on top and these on the bottom. On the bottom of my deck. Down goes here. I'm gonna play 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do my vizier. Turn 6. We are just on. I need a way to make a land tap for multiple mana. There it is. These rests go what? Bottom or grave? Bottom. Of course, I had to get an expensive one. Why are these not all going to the bottom? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will untap this. Which will tap it for green. And then we'll be 1 mana short. Because existence is pain. So we're just going to tap on another person's turn and we're going to counterspell something. And then on turn 7. Turn 7, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Tap this. Untap this. Tap this. Ta-da, everyone. I'll untap that. I make infinite mana. I cast a River Hoopo with my infinite mana, and I draw my deck until I hit a Viridian Longbow, which I put on my Vizier, and I go infinite with. I like how it was being like, I was like, I am really suffering to get my last card, but like, this is turn 7, infinite combo with 2 counterspells behind me. Like this is bracket 3, guys. You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. This is bracket 3 magic. I don't know what to tell you. This is bracket 3 magic. This is a bracket 3 deck. It seems convoluted and stupid. And it is convoluted and stupid. It's my favorite thing to do with Pauper. Pauper is surprisingly quite strong. But yeah, it's convoluted and stupid, but this is my bracket 3 combo deck. Yeah, it might. I like the Tims because the Tims are funny, and I like them as removal effects. But yeah, you probably could get them. It's up to your personal love. I'll give it to you there, Stone. Is whatever your personal love for these cards are. I think they're cool and funny too. That's why I keep them in my deck too. But yeah, the compact combo does not actually do the. Just because we have the infinite mana outlet right here, so we just need like a card somewhere in the deck that does it. But yeah. They might shoot the Tim and not the infinite combo piece. True. Hey, the Tim's a fucking annoying ass card, which might get it killed. Alright. Let me see if I can get Crouton's attention to end our night. If I can. We can. If not, then we can. Well, we will see. This is also not a terrible way to end the night because I love this. I love this deck. You've done a great job. I wish you. Is there anything that you feel the deck is not doing well? I guess because you did ask for some tuning. I know I've mostly just been like fawning over the deck with you. But is there anything that you feel the deck is not doing the super best? That is not just like, yo, did you know card advantage in Pauper is like truly terrible, truly awful, terrible, bad. Because it's pretty bad. Oh yeah. Here's the you might want the necklace that I've been. Here you go. There you go. Here we can unpin, repin. Please let me click the button. I just want to click the button. Let me click my button, please. Yeah, I think that is going to help. It makes it makes the game a lot more consistent. These guys are really helpful. I do find that when you get to 3 mana, you want them to be able to untap anything. Like, things are a little more. I will say, these open up the idea of you can run also some mana rocks. Where these ones you have to do the land thing. You can use mana rocks with these. I don't remember if I explored that idea or not. But it is an available option. Distinctly available option. Yeah. Did these allow? But yeah, there's... I think that will help with your consistency a bit, especially with your mana production as things go further. All right, last call out for Crouton, our last available person. I've added them in the chat. I've added him in the chat, in the Discord. Are you in the chat here? To be fair, most people, I think we lost most people with the Pauper deck, but I loved it, Stone. Even if the people don't believe, I believe. I believe in the Hoopo. I love him. Glad you liked it, Ruby. I think it was sick too. Last call, friends. Crouton, are you here? Can you hear me? I guess you are gone. Our time on the earth. Fleeting. You know, it would help with the references that I make if I could actually do the quotes correctly and not like slightly fuck them up so it's impossible to understand what the hell I'm referencing. You know, if I'm gonna just be an endless realm of references to internet meme humor from 2003, I should probably fucking remember what the actual quotes are. All right. It seems like Crouton is not here. We have lost him. I'll get to him next time. Thank you all for joining. All of us who have been here, who have said hi. I loved all the decks we had today. We definitely a higher power day. A lot of very combolicious day. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will be back with a video next Friday. I promise. All right. Have a wonderful evening and night.